Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwa namno wow. Hey, anamekele maduche mefo. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 is another Savior. Sing along, holy, 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 our Savior is another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 is another Savior. Getting moving right and getting moving faster now. Holy, 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 our Savior is another Savior. Holy, holy, getting moving right and getting moving faster. Now freedom is another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwa namno wow. Hey, anamekele maduche mefo.
One name. That's the last word before the thing cut off. Oh, assalamu alaikum, ya Jama. Peace unto you, anywhere you be. Welcome to another edition of One Man Went to More. As usual, Nigeria first. We put Nigeria first. We talk about anything that has to do with Nigeria, good, bad, and ugly. But most importantly, trying to find solution. We analyze the problem and try to find solution. And to the problem that we analyze. And this is not just done by me. A lot of people will come in and joining me on the show too. So today it's not going to be any different. But if there's anything, it's going to be more entertaining. The politics is becoming more interesting by the day. The Kwankwaso and is becoming more on the news. And today actually, when I see when I first saw the headline, when I first see the news that Kwankwaso is being pressured to collapse his structure. At that point, many boys hit my head, many boys, the likes of one man, we know they talk say for the past 3 years that Kwankwaso will not last 2 months on the train. So collateral going and supporting that idea. I mean, pretty much everywhere and every platform, I go with my Kwankwaso and both those we know and both those we don't know. And after all the praise and criticism, they will always end up with go collapsing structure for Tunubu, Atiku, just. But one voice stand out, one particular voice stand out among all those many voices were here. And then the voice of one of my former Coach Akin Ade in Ibadan, Adamasiba to Liberty Stadium. You know, I remember the voice of that coach. Now, by the way, now the man named me Ajale Koko. And give me that nickname, Ajale Koko. He's a 400-meter coach, an old guy, handled us with the military mentality. I remember waiting in talk. My voice stand out, and he said, the man always said one thing that Fred, Ovie, the game of final is a game of anybody. The game of final is a game of anybody. Once you don't reach final, it can go either way. Anything can happen. Now, again, another voice say come again from there. I remember the voice of Coach Akiyemi Samuel of Ekiti, the former coach that trained Shehu Ogunkoya, Nigerian, very fierce, boot, blue, very built and naturally bulky. It's a beast. First guy to run. I think is it the first Nigeria to run 9 seconds, 992. I think he ran that in Joburg, South Africa. That Coach Akiyemi Samuel, aka Coach Inri, may so rest in peace. Again, he always say Fred Ovie. I could only say my name now, Fred too. Ovie. The game of final is not usually the fastest guy that win the race. It's the guy with the biggest heart. Because once you are in shape, definitely that confidence comes from now your heart, regardless of who they compete with you. It's the guy with the biggest heart of the day who carry the day. That's exactly what is happening. Kwankwaso is not just in shape, that guy is not going to drop down for anybody all the way. All the way. That's that. I keep saying that all the way. So the man is in shape, and trust me, he has a very big heart to go all the way. So that being said, we'll get into it. I know everybody will disagree with me. I won't say a lot. Everybody could disagree with say, "Oh, I don't talk. You go there, you go there." But if I say anything to go by the words of Coach Akiyade and Coach Akiyemi Samuel of Ikiti and Ibadan, veteran men with decades of experience in the field. So I think I'll go with their words than every other person that will come and doubt me today on Kwankwaso. Anyway, thank you in advance to anyone that is coming on the screen today. Everybody that will be acting on the comment section. Looking forward to another cracker. If you are out there in your house, today is Saturday. You are jogging, exercising, walking your dog in the supermarket, having a picnic, wherever you are. anything way they do. So you are hearing this voice and seeing these pictures. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for riding with us. And we are using at the same time to support the channel, not just by your presence, or by your comments, but even as you are watching, sitting on the couch, as you are driving anywhere, you can support us by buying a coffee. Go to the website, click on that link, and three buttons you go. Buy a coffee, you can buy as many as you want. Trust me, we do the platform good. Anyway, let's go into the backstage and see, as usual, Alhaji Dr. Evangelist Ajaliko. I don't know why that name. Ajaliko can see the best. I want my name back.
Nigeria has the largest population.
I want my name back. I don't know why.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
Who call you? You are not Ajaliko. Who call you?
Why Baba T they talk like woman now? I've been a double person in B.
No, my voice. No.
I been there for woman body this morning.
Mr. Ajaliko, good morning. You know, I didn't want to time up this morning but I saw the topic of him. I saw the topic. I'm like, I need to come up and embarrass Ovie this morning. This is my thing. I'm like, finally, I will get this guy today. I came purposely for today. We told you did not listen. You were here championing this man, and we warned you, but no.
Just like the famous saying goes, it will be like film for una eye. When they will declare where Yakubu and next time I will declare Kwankwaso as the winner of the 2023 election. It will be like, where?
So
that time you have to reach my secretary, to my manager, to my agent, to everybody before you even get to me.
So Ovie, what is the difference between you and Ola? That simply that Bakare will win. So what is the difference between you two?
Okay. This is too much. This is too much. I can't take this.
Ola is not listening to you now. Allah will come after you. Be careful. Are you talking about man of God like that? Eh?
Am I lying? The man came am I lying?
This is too much.
You don't believe in miracle. You don't know. I mean, you don't believe that God, only God can. I mean, we don't know what can still happen tomorrow.
Like what?
Maybe, what's the name of that man? Bakari. Maybe he's going to be our next president. He's a man of God.
Hey,
so just look, Babati. Just believe. Don't ask questions. Believe. Have faith. Have faith. Faith is the strongest word in that book.
Bakari is done. Your man is done. Get over it. Join the winning side. Let's move on. All this denial. You know, it's all Kubaro's stage of grief. You are right now. You are denial right now. You are yet to get to acceptance. You're gonna grieve for a little bit, get angry, then come to just accept it. So I know it takes a while to adjust, but I'm just encouraging you to speed up the process so we can move on with the serious candidates. But all these ones that
you know what? The only thing I have for you is that it is on. Officially, we are beefing. Anywhere we meet, it is on.
It is not on. Nepa took light. Nepa already took light. It's not on.
I can't take this. This is too much. This is too much. I will not let this go. I will not let this one. It is on. Anywhere I see you, it's on. No.
Look at the topic now. Look at the topic you posted. He said Kwankwaso is under pressure to send that for Atiku. You just put it. It's not me now. It's one man that put it there. Look at the topic.
Since when does that translate to Kwankwaso as collapse structure?
There is no smoke without fire. Now. There's no smoke without. How did they say it?
Young man, there's fire. There's smoke everywhere. Everywhere. Everybody in Tinubu's house, Atiku's house, Obi's house, there is smoke everywhere. Okay. That's why I say at this point, and it's not the fittest financially. It's the guy with the biggest ads and the guy in shape. That you can find with Kwankwaso.
Man of prestige, you are in California. Why are you act like you're in New York? What are you wearing? You're in California now. What is this?
Hold on. Let me intervene on Baba T. Do you know what the weather is here?
What? It's always sunny.
Good. The weather is about 50 something here, and you know.
And so what? What is that? That is common spring. These Californians.
It was 40 something this morning. I'm just wake up.
Where's Baba T said? Baba T?
I'm in Boston now. You know, bro. I'm in Boston.
Oh my fucking God.
Baba T, me and your body no be the same now. Yeah, you know, I can't tolerate cold weather as much as I've been here.
You are in the house now. You're in the house. Why are you wearing this in the house?
Because I don't want to show the whole of my body. Baba T. Yeah. That's me.
Baba T, why you bring violence? Why you start with violence this morning?
No. Baba T. You know. Next one is Obi. Obi will step down very soon, so I can go against man of prayer.
Baba T. Make you not begin fight with me this morning, okay?
They say the electricity bill.
Yeah.
No one pay electricity bill.
You're talking about my hoodoo. Now you're talking about my principle.
You know one put on the heater.
That
man no one pay electricity bill.
No, I don't want to pay electricity bill.
He lives in California. He lives in California. Electrical bill will be like 2K a month. So it's okay.
California is there no same people there.
They save money now. That's why
now, stop them that you don't.
Hey, Obi go need that money. Obi go need that money. We are still going to talk about donation. Obi will need that money. We are talking about party day donation because it's as if this monetary redesign is working. Whatever they mean.
Obi, on a more serious note, you know, like the topic says for Atiku. But I thought it was something with.
Let's hear from. Wait, who is this though?
Hey,
it's Chief Gomez. It's Chief Gomez.
Russia.
Oh, okay.
He's telling you his name. Listen to his name.
Yeah, but look.
Tell him your name. Tell him your name, Marshall.
Russia. Oh,
Houston, Texas.
How you doing?
Say I'm okay.
Okay. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, he's doing okay. How y'all doing today?
Good morning.
He has the kind of the structure of your face in the minute. It sounds like.
Oh, really?
It's a spitting image of you, Alexander.
Yes.
If you ever go bald, that's what you will look like. If you
exactly.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I was confused. I
think I must have put on a lot of weight that I might need to lose a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
I was like, did Alexander take off his hat? I was like, no, he doesn't wear hat. He has to closely again.
So, anyway, how are you guys doing? Ajale Koko, is Ajale Koko there?
Yeah, he's here.
Mwambi Baba.
Ajale Koko, I was surprised you were struck yesterday.
I was shocked.
Really was.
I was shocked as well. I
was at the middle of something. I was doing a lot of things, and I didn't want to actually have people. You know, by the time when you send the text that one man is eulogizing Jore and this thing, I said, what is going on? And I was so busy. So
what man became Jore's spokesperson.
One man was the thing. I couldn't just attack him, you know. So
one man saw that.
Yeah. So I was trying to balance on what I was doing with, because I said, this is I don't want to miss this thing, but I was concentrating on what I was doing, and I was trying to ask questions. So everything was just, it's just yesterday was just too rough for me. So
Well,
A
that was
couple of
why.
unfortunately,
couple of
it wasn't
missiles,
a
a
decent.
couple
Yeah,
of bombs.
unfortunately, it wasn't a decent stream because the network messed up. But
Yeah.
I think one man was about warming up when the man just went off air. So, for lack of better expression, so
Ah,
I think he panicked when I said I was putting my boots on.
One
You
man,
know, when I said I'm about to
don't,
put
I
my
had
boots
a,
don't
on, and
flex it
then he
now. He's
ran.
not here
Eh?
now. So stop
I
Eh?
flexing
had
us
some,
now.
I had some
You were not
grenade, I had
flexing
some
yesterday.
bullets to, I had some grenade to
look.
throw at him, but
The reason why I called, I was reading on. I think I was reading on. Was it Punch or one of those Nigerian newspapers that? And I saw the headline here too. They're trying to compel Kwankwaso to step down for Atiku. If that happens, the thing has changed, yo. It means we're talking about real competition now, doesn't it? You know, if
yeah,
Kwankwaso steps down for
but
Atiku,
Chief,
wahala de bidato.
Chief Gomez,
Mm,
Chief Gomez, didn't you
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about them playing a Tamboa 2.0 on Tinubu? Like if we just do a Tamboa thing, the same thing that happened during the PDP primaries where
Yes, yes,
last minute withdrawal. So
yes.
Tinubu is going to be shocked that they're going to pull the rug beneath him.
And then my brother just sent me an article. I'm going to forward it to you, one man. Apparently, INEC is investigating Tinubu now to see whether it really does qualify to be a presidential candidate.
Hmm.
Ah, no,
So
forget
I
that
don't
one.
know. Yeah.
it's too late.
Huh?
It's not,
Hell will freeze over before they can remove that
yeah,
guy.
No,
Hell
no,
will.
no, no, no,
that's the
no.
ruling party candidates.
It will
I
not.
don't think that will not
They,
happen.
they, they, they can actually take him out. Actually, they can legally they can take him out if they want to.
Yeah,
They,
I don't see the ruling party going to election without the candidates. Yeah, I don't,
no,
not
they have
going,
the
will not
they have
happen.
the number two now. Amechi can
That,
flip.
that's why when Ovier asked me whether I could see Tinubu winning, it's Nigeria. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. This thing can change directions any minute from now. It could change directions.
So Atiku is back
Anyway,
in play, right? So Atiku is back in play, full force now.
yeah,
That happened.
if it goes the way they're planning it, he's back in play. And if it takes a whole chunk of the northern space and gets 25% in some key states,
Right.
wala de bidato,
But
wala de bidato.
Obi might even add to the thing. What if Obi also joins and steps down for his boss?
Well, Babati, what are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I'm just putting it out there now. I'm just putting it out
That's
there.
that's not gonna happen.
Really?
But you heard
Yeah,
what Showore
really.
said yesterday. It
Everybody
was I
just
was kind of
drifted.
surprised. I was kind of surprised when Showore said yesterday no one is talking about OB in Kano State. That surprised me. Roman, do you remember him saying that?
Yeah, I heard him say that it was in Kano
Yeah,
and everybody. Yeah, I heard him say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Anyway, let me let you guys continue the show. I'm
Obi,
consulting now, so I'll talk to
Obi
you
will
guys
play ball
later.
very soon.
So
Obi might
so
play
so
ball
bye
very
bye
soon.
to them. So bye.
Bye.
Have a good morning,
Bye.
man. So don't be
Yeah,
surprised now.
yes. Somebody is asking if we are going to talk about OB exploit in Benin. Of course, we'll talk about it. I mean, if we don't talk about I don't think the man of prestige will ever forgive me if I don't talk about OB exploiting. So
That's right, Obi. That's right,
moment.
Obi. Do the right thing.
Somebody check man of his blood pressure if Obi get
Uh,
if Obi
Obi they
never
had a
check his blood
moment. They had
pressure.
a moment yesterday, and they don't
Obi,
want to let me hear
Obi,
what.
I get blood pressure now. No, don't let my blood pressure rise up, okay?
No, no, worry, no. We'll talk to no. I'll give it to them. I'll give it to the obedient. They had a moment. They had a moment yesterday. That's okay. That's a given. But
Oh,
let's.
was it massive? Was it massive? Was it a massive crowd or
It was loud.
it
I
was
mean,
loud?
because somebody said something yesterday when I was doing my issue at my own. As my engineer, by the way, engineer said if PDP go in those states tomorrow, the same people will come out. If APC go there next week, the same people will come out. So, and I think I see I quite reason with that.
How many of them even have PVC self? The people that even came to
Of course, that's why I say they are loud.
that's the
I say they
thing.
had a loud house. I would say not really, but that's what they represent. That's what they are. So I won't talk down. I'll give it to them. They had fun. They had a moment.
Ovie, do you want to
One
give us do you want to give us a flavor of the sort of crowd that
oh yes, I think yes.
because
You know,
a lot of those crowds though they're just Obi is in town. If Obi was in my city now where I am, I wouldn't say that was an overwhelming crowd, but certainly a decent crowd,
One man, give them credit at least. Try to just try a bit. Try and give them credit, please.
Yeah, but Mogbomo branch now.
One man, just try and
you know,
just encourage them, please.
well, you know what I see, what I see go playing out here. Just when Soludo, comes out and just destroy the guy, and then the obedient they show up for him in Benin. So I'll give it to them because what was his name? Soludo said was actually going around. It's going around the country, and as it goes,
Was it wrong though?
language.
Was it wrong?
Ovie.
Yes.
No, I was just going to say, do you know that the whatever it is, I'm not going to say the obedient space, but do you know that they've sent gunmen to Soludo's home because of that comment?
Really?
Yeah, look
Wow.
at your screen. It says breaking, gunmen attack Soludo's hometown, soldiers hoodlums killed.
Hoodlum killed.
How do we know? How do we know it's hypobians? How do we know it's them?
Okay. Well, then what has Soludo done recently that would have instigated that?
They are unknown government. One man,
Of course. Look at that.
That's crazy. See, so you see what I'm saying? It makes sense because that was really it was going around because as it goes. As they enter nooks and kind of Nigeria, then they interpret that with different languages. That's what people don't understand.
That happened when? That happened this morning or yesterday? When was that?
Let me have this is breaking news. So November the 12th.
Oh, so it's new. Okay, today. Okay.
November the 12th. So that will be today. Yeah. Or yesterday coming into today.
Wow. So they've turned
again,
in
so
the early hours of Saturday, in the early, let me just give you a paragraph. Gunmen attacked Osuafia community in Aguata local government area, where Governor of Anambra State, Professor Soludo hails from, in the early hours of Saturday. So early this morning.
Yeah, it's crazy, but the way my people from Edo respond. That kind of a little loud to
one man and Ovie. Wait, let me respond to that thing that Ovie was saying.
Instead of one way.
Hello, guys. Huh? Can I interject?
Yes.
What one man just said now is not true. That was unknown government. It had nothing to do with obedience.
And obedient now. One man is obedient.
Wait, let me finish. The Soludo case has been addressed. When he made that comment, obedience went heavily on him. And Soludo had to call P2B. If you remember, P2B.
With guns.
Hello?
They went heavily at him with guns.
Not with gun, like cyberbullying. So then he had to call P2B to call us to order, to call Williams to order. You can see P2B tweeted early, late night. You understand? He made, you can check his tweet last night. He was telling everybody to not to insult anyone, derogate anyone. It's just issue based on campaign. That's the issue based. So he called them order, but obedient under his P2B tweet. They are still saying all sort of things that they will not insult until somebody come to insult you. Will definitely show them pepper. So all those kind of things.
So,
So
Emmanuel, is it your submission that the day after that it is a coincidence that the day after Soludo criticizes Peter Obi, our gunmen go to shoot up his
one
home?
man, unknown gunmen have been happening in that space now. So why are we attributing this to them?
So that's just a coincidence.
It could be. Why are we attributing
It
this to
could be.
them? So
That's the word. It could be. It could be. Okay. But I mean,
let's
for
get this
me,
right.
the-
And he has actually apologized for the comment made. So I
no,
think they have
it's
moved on
done.
from
It's
that
done.
space.
The damage has been done. The aim has been achieved. So anything afterwards no really matter. But I'll say again, I'll give it to the obedience in Benin City. But as I said, they came out and they pretty much put a mixed reaction to whatever Soludo put out. So instead of the conversation to just stay on that way against a bit, now he's getting praises based on what happened in Edo. Yeah, let me come to you since you're already, on that space, Emmanuel. You there, Abuja now. Abuja is like
Yes,
three
yes.
and a half hours, 4 hours drive, or if the road is smooth to Benin. What's the reaction? How you see
What,
am?
what what did you say? I didn't get what you said.
I mean, about what happened in Benin. How people they what is the reaction so far? Since you are closer to the
Well,
action.
I know many people have come to this platform to tell you people, even before that rally came up, that this is what is happening in Benin City and all stuff like that. Some people still argue that, and the governor of that state also denied them, though he has explained why he denied them the venue, the stadium, that they applied
I
late.
tried giving a reason now, but I think I was making excuses for him. There's a reason. There's always a reason, whether I do it intentionally or
Of
unintentionally.
course. So they always come out with their reason. You understand? They applied late, and even Oga called him. PW called him. He's coming to his state. So, but that was the night before that event. So, but he didn't mention that he's coming to campaign. That he's coming to visit your state or something like that. But the obedient has already applied, like Wednesday night, but they did not approve it because there's some logistic that need to be put in place before, and that is the reason he gave. But the result is that the venue they got could not contain them, so they spread all the road. They were on the road, you understand? So they were just standing because even the time the event happened was around 6. So like in the auditorium, but those people stood under that sun seal that 6 to that morning, to that time. They were just on the street, you understand? There was no place they didn't set. That was one in Aushi, then Bini, and is it Arubi, something like that. They were just everywhere.
Uromi.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
Rumi. So they didn't gather them
No,
in one place.
because he also went to multiple places now. I think it was in Auchi. That's where he met Suleiman. That's where all Benin meet am.
Then he met Oba of Bini and all stuff like that. So the only thing is that, though I heard that the market women closed the markets again, all of them, they closed the market and came out for him. It was a very rowdy stuff. It was if you watch the one they were in the auditorium, they said about how many thousand capacity. you can see that they are even like they are pounding them, like all those stuff.
Yeah, but
It was
Emmanuel,
actually
but
heavy,
Emmanuel,
actually.
but Emmanuel, if Bola Tinubu or Atiku touch that for Benin, the same crowd now you go see, and are the same people. No be say Benin no be 20 million people.
No, that is in fact, to me, I know the end point of this whole thing is February, so that we know everything happened. Do you understand? Because
Yeah.
this whole candidates, they have the followers, irrespective of place, location, candidates. They do have the follower. If Funkwaso go to Anambra State now, you see a lot of followers. Do you understand? So they have. If Obi go to Kano today, you see a lot of followers. If he goes to Borno State, you see a lot of followers. So all of them have their followers. You get.
Do you
So, but the
see?
end point,
Did you see the clip where you visited Oba Benin? Where was it? The palace.
yes, I saw it.
Okay. What do you read to what that little shenanigan that took place when the monarch, the Oba Were, the thought, and when he asked Obi, he said, I mean, he said, I heard that some officials brought paper of land, some document for land for you, and you said no, you rejected it. That's what this is. I'm trying to say it exactly how he said it, but it's close. It's close enough. That is the Oba speaking now. And of course, he respond. Obi stood up and do all the necessary. Oba talk by everybody say he said, he said yes, it is true. And he also went further to say that as today, if anybody can come out anywhere than me or my wife or any of my relatives, collect, say we get house or we buy any house, collect house during my time as governor, I will stop my campaign today. I mean, I
Okay,
don't understand.
okay.
Well,
Well,
what's that about?
that conversation started when he was um, he was like saying that he doesn't understand why people say that obedient is only on social media. That the way he started that conversation, that he has a is he a son, like a son of, I don't know whether it's a cause or something related, 12 years, that he was saying a lot of things about P2B. So he was asking the boy, do you know him? Say yes, that is our leader. Like the boy, that he was shocked to hear that kind of statement from the little boy of 12 years. He was not telling Obi that people think that your movement is just on social media, but what happened today in Edo will send a message to them. Before that, this second message came. Well, Ovia, this is not the first time P2B has been saying that thing. So they even published that
No, I
land
know.
property.
I'm not hearing for the first. I'm just saying, like, I don't why the Oba will be, I mean,
Of course, as a
he
kid,
can't.
Ovie, can I intervene on
as
that?
a kid,
No,
Ovie,
I'm coming to
see,
you next,
you
Ovia,
know,
Prestige. I'm
I
coming
have
to you next.
information about that
Ovia,
topic, about
Yeah,
why
that's what I said.
why he asked that
Ovia,
question.
listen.
I will come to you, man of Prestige.
Ovia,
Just
when you
let me
come
round
to
up
all
this
this,
point.
when you come to this Oba of a thing, kings, understand, kings, they don't joke with land. You
And
get,
we made okay, okay.
you understand. So a land is an asset to whoever have done well. So a community can devote some plot of land or acres of land and to give this particular person because he has done well for us. So we just use this to say thank you for doing this for us. You understand? And that is how in Igbo land the king used to do it. The king would, like, that uh that clan or something like that. They would just get one plot of land and give one man, maybe a big man that have been doing a great job for the community. And I say, okay, please, we don't have anything to give you, but to use this plot of land to just appreciate you. You can build anything you want to build here. That thing is very common to all these kings. And like, I don't know how it's common, whether it's common in Yoruba, like in over all this Yoruba land, but
No,
it's
no,
very, very common.
it makes sense the way you are
Yeah,
saying it, but
it's very, very common in Igbo land because that is the only thing they can give a rich man. They can't give a rich man money or anything or child or stuff. So this is an ascent. They can say, okay, thank you for this. So when Oba, he might have heard of that news that he rejected that land. So he was just want to confirm from his own angle, is it actually true? How can you reject an assent given to you by the state government for doing so thing for your people? So why will you do that? So like he told them, like he just want to verify from his mouth to make sure that this is come from his mouth. So
okay.
of course,
Let's
people we stood and told him that it's true. It was actually given, that land was given to him. If you don't know how the story happened, it was a minister of is it environment or something
no, no,
brought
no.
that land.
I know about the story. I just wanted to. I
uh,
just find
so
that.
so
I'm
he actually
just.
gave the
I
land
know.
to to a woman that have been retired, that nothing. So he gave that land to somebody else. So
Yeah. Okay.
that is
Hold on there. Let me go to Prestige first. Prestige.
Yeah, I was gonna intervene about I don't know who was speaking earlier. Everything he said, makes it's correct. But the reason why this question is manifested is because the Oba asked to be, can you promise that you will remain clean if elected into power? So that's where everything started before they go to the land. That's I
Yeah,
wanted
but
to intervene.
that's a cliche now. That's I mean, of course, you expect him to say no or yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
going to say
I was
yes
just
now.
saying that's where everything originated, because
Started.
that was the
Okay.
first
Okay.
question. Then before they
Okay.
start talking about land and everything, that's all I wanted to say. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, so now you that you've seen clips from here and other places. You hear people talking about it. I mean, you can hear from Uka Emmanuel, who is in Abuja, just 4 hours away from where the action took place. Now, you seeing that, you as a very firm believer of the Obi, what he can do and whatnot. How do you feel? Are you
I mean,
encouraged?
what am I encouraged?
Yeah,
Is
did
that what you
you
asked?
like? I mean, are you? Does it come to you as a surprise? How do you feel when you start seeing the reaction? At least for once, it's not criticism now. It's pure like, yeah.
Well, Obi has remained the same. I mean, he has never deviated from his position about, about where he stands, corruption and other kinds. So it's not a surprise. That's the same message he has been preaching.
No, I'm talking about the crowd that came out for him in Benin.
Okay. Talking about the crowd. Well, I wasn't surprised. Remember yesterday, we talked about it. We was talking about sympathy and other kind of things. I think what Oshimolo did, I had the interview. He was giving a kind of story that the stadium was not ready, logistic purpose or something like that, and they came there to apply for it. I think he said a day before the
That's
time.
Obaseki.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, Obaseki. So I think that's an excuse. Of course, in my own opinion, it's political, but what does that mean? Yeah, kind of, make people come out more, mobilize more people, even people who wasn't going to come out. That's why I say the sympathy vote. I mean, of course, this is not a voting time. So when all these governors do all this or something like that, I mean, what are you trying to gain? Because there's no political capital. You try to suppress people from coming out. This is not suppressing
No,
votes.
but
People,
no, but the reason they give that is not surprise. They didn't come out and deny that they did not give the notice in time. That was a late notice. Hey, you can't just it's their fault. That's what the
but
guy is trying
it
to
don't.
say,
Okay, let's
and they're not
assume. Okay,
debunking.
yeah. I'm not saying they didn't debunk it, but in my own opinion, it has some political. I mean,
I mean,
and I think he's using
this
that as an excuse. I mean, that's my opinion. Because go
prestige.
ahead. Yeah.
Remember my which was my catchphrase on our politics.
Right. I completely
So I
agree with
won't
you.
rule that out, but
Yeah, I completely agree with you. But I'm just saying he used that as an excuse because they could have found a way to allow them to use that. But does he deter people from coming out? No. It probably mobilize more people coming out. I mean, it's just support right now. So I don't really put much. much into this rally and everything. You know, I'm going to put people who's going to
But
support, not
Prestige,
activists.
Prestige,
Yeah.
your friend Kulata is saying that Peter Obi did the same thing to Labour Party in Anambra when he was a governor of Abga.
Okay, that may be true, but I'm not going to
It's,
say I argue that he didn't do it, so I don't know.
they are one and the same, so they know they are one and the same in this game.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I
what
said it
that's
yesterday. I mean, nobody said saying. I'm not going to say he didn't do it. So, I mean, that's possible he did it. So they are all playing politics. But what is the benefit? I mean, I don't think anybody benefit from. It's not going to deter people from not voting for anybody because you disallow them from
Okay,
committing
what
a.
did Obi? What did he do wrong?
That's what
no no
Kulata
no
said,
no
but I
no
don't know.
no. Is this no? We are talking about. I think Prestige is what he was talking about how the excuse Obaseki gave for not making the stadium available to them. So, and he was saying that it's
Oh,
polluted,
okay, that Obi
caused
did
this
that
and other
too.
stuff.
So, okay,
Yes, yeah. But
and
now,
then
Ajale go,
yeah.
just stay there like that. Now, what do you see anything different from what is happening to Obi now, especially what happened in Benin, to that of what happened to Buhari Sebaba in 2004, 2015 in the north? Because the festival in the north about Sebaba is quite different from in the south. Just like what we are seeing with obedience now in the south, it's a little bit different about how the crowd is up there. That one and this one then and the take it back movement of Showore 4 years ago. What? Yeah, the similarity or was different.
No, there's no similarity. So, no similarity at all. Why I say so? That of
Say Baba, say Baba.
Say Baba was there was a huge support for that movement there, and that movement Say Baba was able to connect it with Southwest. So, but in the way
Yeah,
in the in,
but what? One thing, all the followers of these people have one thing in common. They all believe that, genuinely believe that these people are the Messiah that is going to change their life around. Genuinely.
oh yes, yes, yeah. That similarity is there. Yeah, I will agree that with you that all of them in the heart of their hand, in the heart of their heart, all the supporters of Buhari then and that of those of Obi now, they believe that yes, this man can, yeah, that they can turn things around. Yeah, they have that conviction in them that yes, if they are elected in as president, they will surely make a better change for that country. Yeah, that one I will agree with you. But when we talk about the authenticity of the movement, is that movement a nationwide movement for Obi? No, it is not. It is a movement that, 95% of it, or let me say 90% of it, strongly supported by the Southeast, particularly the youth of the Southeast, and some of the youth from the South, particularly Edo youth. So if you are talking about any other place other than Southeast that are strongly in support of Obi on the side of the youth, I would say the Edo youth. And the youth, demonstrated that yesterday with the way they turned out to welcome him in Edo. So, but that of Tinubu movement politically, it was, I mean, what do you call it? Buhari
Say Baba.
movement, Sai Baba movement politically was able to connect it with Southwest, those political leaders. He was able to connect it with political leaders in Southwest and some in the South as well. I mean, we saw what do you call it? Amechi then. Amechi
Yeah,
then
make
was
it.
I
Ameki,
mean, you can
Rochas Okoro, Rochas
Erosion
Okorocha,
yeah, in the southeast. So
Oshomole. So it was
Oshiomhole, yeah.
it was
So
right around
he was able to connect it to with, I mean, that movement
there. And
with
there's I
political
think Saraki
leaders,
too on no
and
Saraki too on the other side.
that was the strong base. That was the strong base that help him elected. So, but this one of Obi is not being able to connect that movement with political leaders across the country. Even in the southeast, the political leaders are not on his side.
Angelica, let me ask something. Did Buhari win any did he win 25% in any state in the South? I don't know. Can you tell me?
The guy clear everywhere.
Which year?
No,
which year?
I mean, I'm talking about the last election, his second time.
Yeah,
It won five states. In South, he won five. He won 25% in 5 states. And Rivers State, Rivers State that did not make 25%, he made 23%, so he almost made it. And in Southeast, he made it in 3 states in Southeast in 2019.
25%? Oh, okay.
He made it the entire South apart from Rivers State.
It was massive.
Oh, okay. I'm not looking into that. Okay, thank you, thank you, Kulata.
Yeah. So as I was saying, so that
so Kolata, he made 25%, but he's stick on 5%. So where did that one coming from?
That was 2015 that is called them 5%. But in 2019,
and that 2015, he's still using it against it.
I don't know about all that one, Joe. I can't quantify that. That is not measurable.
His regime is over. You are still crying over it. Get over it, my friend, and focus, because next one will come. You go cut with our totally the way things are going. So focus. Now wait, Kulata. Now that you are there, what do you think about the what happened in Benin?
But Shebi, I told you that Obi did it to Victor Ume when Victor Ume was in Labour Party. Obi blocked him in Anambra now, and Victor Ume was complaining in the video. The video went viral like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. That was showing when Victor Ume was complaining that Obi did not let them rally in Anambra. So I mean, what's that proverb again?
But are you surprised? Are you surprised with the outcome?
No, I'm not surprised. Why will I be surprised? Why will Obaseki allow Obi to just run over his own backyard when that's his own domain? And he knows that Obi.
Is that the right thing to do? Is that right?
But it is wrong. It's a public.
It's wrong, but now. It's the game. Yeah. It's part of the game. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
It's a bad game. They are playing bad game. But Obi played the bad game in the past.
But Obi too has done it before now.
That's the problem. I mean, what is wrong with all these Nigerian politicians? What are they trying to do? I mean, this is a public venue. Everybody should be able to use it, but they will not let other parties to use the national stadium for campaign.
This is why me, at this state of our nation, I am against state policing. I am against it. They go use them, finish everybody. We cannot control them. Since we cannot control them, we don't even know how much they are earning, what is called. We have zero idea of how they run our state government. I won't give them arm.
It's a proper training. There's a proper training.
With arm and give them power.
There is a proper training. They will manage that will be the state police will be managed if there's a proper training, retrain and retrain.
It's not about the police, it's about the person in charge. Can you hold him accountable? Can you control him? Do you know how he even manage the money that is coming? Do you even know how much is coming in? You have no idea, and you won't give the men with legally.
If there's an attack, if there's an attack in any state, they will hold the state government accountable for that place. So definitely,
listen. I'm talking about we the citizens of that state. What is our relationship with the person in charge of us first? How equal is he? We are not equal when it comes to that relationship. They have too much power over us. At this point, you won't go and give the able men with gun to control.
But that's a different policy now. Not because they are misbehaving, doesn't mean you shouldn't do the right thing. There must be state police.
What is the right thing? That's the question we need to ask. If they can be justified. Listen now, if they can withdraw stadium where potential president can't talk to me and you, that's the only time we have. The only opportunity me and you have to actually come in contact with him. Once he becomes president, it's over.
Right.
One person sit down for one place say no.
I understand your concern, but maybe when they implement state police, maybe they need some form of independence away from the governor.
Yes. Okay.
the state police.
Babati, in the US, does governor have control over state police, local state police? I don't
No,
know.
everything is no, everything is local. Everything is local.
No.
Right.
They give them power
Everything is local,
only.
depending on the county. It's
Now
controlled by
people
the
get power
county.
now.
Oh,
We they
okay.
pay the governor. Now we
No,
dictate
it
in the
depends. For
So it's county by county, Abi,
Yeah,
in
it's county
America.
by county.
you have
Yeah.
ER cases, like critical cases, he can take over for that time being.
Guys,
Regular, yeah. But okay,
But
I'm saying,
Kulaka,
give them
I think they control
But we
this.
have the state trooper under the control
Yeah,
of
they
the
control
state.
the state trooper. Yeah.
It's the
Ajani
state.
go
It's the
control.
state that control the state trooper.
so
Yeah,
You are
but
right.
the state troopers, they are not so influential like, all the cops. I mean, when you say cops, most of the time it's your county, it's your local
Oh
county
yeah,
cops.
state trooper are just on the highway.
Right.
Yeah.
Mostly on the mostly on the
On the
interstate.
highway.
Right. They don't arrest or whatever, that kind of
So
state.
county should be the ones that
State trooper will not even pull
They
you
won't
over
arrest
on
you, Gonse.
local road or something like that.
once you cross the county line, they won't follow you now to different counties. They have boundaries. They have where they can go to, or they stay. So, but okay, please, who are you voting for now? Because
wait. Don't take over my show. I know the violence. The violence you carry come today.
The man, I am still upset with the man now. I'm still upset with Kale. I'm still upset.
Let's go.
Kwankwaso has expired. That was last week.
Where are you now? Where
I don't even know where I am right now.
Imagine. Just in fact,
you guys. Hey, hold on now. Why would I be? Why Kwankwaso they give on high blood pressure? Is that innocent man? Is innocent? But anyway,
let's go on that topic. Let's all talk about Kwankwaso
yes, I want to switch the topic. But first, I want to say thank you to everybody that is joining us. I mean, the viewership is skyrocketing. Thank you very much. But hey, support the platform. Get us a coffee. We need today not Saturday. So support the platform. Go into the coffee. Click on the link. Buy as many as you can. Trust me, as many as you can is allowed. So we can continue having a good Saturday. Now let's go to, since Kulata is so itchy to talk about the incoming presidents. Let's go there.
Incoming president.
Incoming president. So let me go now. Let me go. I will make sure everybody talk today. So let me go by first come. I'll go with Ajane Gogo. But Ajane Gogo, what I will do, I want you to keep it short, so I will be jumping all around like that with the question, so that the engagement go there high a little bit.
Okay.
So when I come to you with the point, just use the point. I'll go like that, so that we just
All right.
we have a lot to talk about today. But there's so much happening now, so that will cover a lot of breaking news before.
That's good. That's good.
Before Monday. Yes, on Kwankwaso side, let me read it before maybe you give a different taste to it. He said, some leaders in the northern part of Nigeria ahead of the 2023 presidential election are making move to present its consensus presidential candidates. The presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Alhaji PDP, Atiku Abubakar, and the flag bearer of the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, Rabi Kwankwaso, are the two major candidates from the forthcoming election. Sources that spoke to the New Telegraph disclosed that many leaders in the north are in support of Atiku presidential ambition. The source, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said the former vice president has been adopted as a consensus. Isn't this exactly what Kwankwaso accused the Arewa, that shenanigan they put together? It's exactly what they accused them of, that they've already concluded on somebody. According to the source, our people have resolved to adopt the consensus candidate for 2023, and the person they have picked is former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the candidate of the PDP. The source, who is a member of the Northern Elder Forum, disclosed that prominent leader in the north are mounting pressure on Kwankwaso to withdraw for Atiku. The source said, I can tell you that our leaders in the north have commenced move to pressure Senator Kwankwaso to drop his presidential bill for Atiku Abubakar in the interest of our people. there are speculations that Kwankwaso has remained adamant about the pressure to step down for Atiku. The former governor of Kano State wants to go on with his presidential ambition. A source in the NNPP said, Madugu, that is the title. Kwankwaso has been bombarded with calls and visitation from prominent leaders in the north to drop his bid for Waziri Atiku title. But the former Kano governor has remained adamant. The source noted that Kwankwaso's refusal to step down might be unconnected to the circumstance that led to exit from the PDP in the first place. The source added, it will be difficult for Madugu to that. It's difficult for Kwankwaso to support the PDP because of the way some people close to Alhaji Atiku treated him when he was there. So much a possibility is very remote. I think even if it drop his bid, the only person Madugu will bag is Atiku, Bola Tinubu. Okay, now, Ajale Gogo, if you watch, Catch Onanuju, now former PDP guy, was working with, he's very close to Peter Obi, now Peter Obi guy, so now he don't declare, he don't, now one of the spokesperson to Peter Obi, the Labour Party now. He said that they actually sent him to Gumi Kwankwaso, sat with him for about 3 hours when that talk between Labour Party and them they go on. But it fell through. Now, they are now to go meet the Arewa Consultative Forum to give them somebody to run with Obi. And they went ahead. Sorry, not Catch on only talk around now. PDP governor candidate of Kano State. That's what I was going in the interview. He said they can't go meet the Arewa forum. And those people, they decided to go with their own picking. They are the elite, but so that is there. I know say the North, waiting, and the ideology will separate the North be that. Some people they hate that fact and say na relationship gene and go the rule. No, we don't support you. We don't need to finish and go. The idea of you bringing your son, your relative is something that is really don't like. But it's coming gradually because it's happening in Adamawa, it's happening in Kano. I think a lot of people actually are accusing Kwankwaso himself of giving the tickets to his in-law, and that's why he lost the election of 2019. So it's creeping in gradually. So that effect, though. Now, why I bring that perspective to it? Will it be forced to go for the Labour Party to come together, or you see this what they are saying now that is likely to happen, that the pressure, if it's real, that is going to succumb to it and get to Atiku, or it's going to say, you know what, this guy don't like me, people don't like me, I'm going with Atiku. Or you are going with what I believe from day one, we are going all the way to Asura.
Yeah, thank you, Ovie. Greetings to our listeners around the world. Please click on the like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Ovie, I can tell you, Kwankwaso will not step down for anybody. If he should do that now, it will just destroy. It will just destroy his political image and destroy his political future. He still have age on his side. He's just 60-something years. Atiku is 78 or maybe 76.
Yeah, he's 66.
So
Kwankwaso is 66.
66. So Kwankwaso can still contest the next election. Look, what Kwankwaso is doing, it might not be for today, but for tomorrow. Kwankwaso is establishing himself on the presidential race for the future. That is what a lot of people doesn't understand. I don't see him winning now, but he's building a structure now across the country in such a manner that if he cannot win now, in the next 4 years, he will launch a very effective campaign that could make him relevant across the country. And political juggernaut across the country, once they see, on the other side of the country, in the south rather, once they see that a particular candidate in the north is a force to reckon with, political leaders in the south will try to align with that person. So that is what Kwankwaso is doing. Do you know what can happen to either Tinubu or Atiku before the election? We don't know. Those guys are not healthy. Anything can happen to them. I'm not praying for a bad thing to happen to them, but those guys are very fragile. You can see Atiku when he's walking, he'll be dragging his foot, he will be walking so slowly as if something, as if maybe, it's not showing, they are not healthy, and Tinubu too. So if anything should happen to Atiku, the entire South, the entire North that want to support a northern candidate will be in disarray. And Kwankwaso could be the better alternative. By then, if anything should happen to Atiku now, Kwankwaso will surely fit into that shoe, and a lot of northerners that really want to support a northern candidate we see as an alternative to, we see him as an alternative, and they will give him their vote. So Kwankwaso is not going to step down, and his action when they are doing what do you call this nonsense they have said they did in Kaduna, where they invited all the frontline presidential candidate to their Arewa
Forum.
Arewa gathering or town hall meeting. They said Kwankwaso proved there that he will not give in to any pressure from any quarter. That this election, that he is in the race. That this presidential race is in it and is going all out to the end of it.
Okay.
So I don't see him backing down. He's not going to back down. If he should do that, that's the end of him politically across the country. He will be seen as unreliable. The next time, if he should come up, people will say, "Oh, he's not reliable." Hey, he will step down for somebody along the line. So he's not going to do that. I'm telling you, this guy is doing his work on the ground across the country, particularly in the north. He's ready to tackle Atiku to the end. PDP to the end in the north. Some people are saying, "Oh, he doesn't have more than Kano and this thing." Until that time, you will know. You will know.
All right.
The person that is going to suffer this, that's going to suffer a serious setback in this race in regard to their traditional support or supporters across the country is Atiku. The traditional supporters in the north are breaking apart. The traditional supporter in the east are breaking apart. The traditional supporter in the south, they are breaking apart. So he's the one that is suffering the heat most. And Kwankwaso will not stop. That's my point.
Okay. Babati.
Yes, sir. Okay.
On a more
serious note, I think on a more serious note, Ovie, this is a big opportunity for your candidate. I think he has a chance now, because if you notice, people in the north, they like Atiku, they respect Atiku, but they love your guy. He has the love of them at heart. It's a different level of respect. The love is there for him because they see him more as a core northerner. It represents them more. Atiku is not seen in that same light. They like him, they respect him, but the love is not there. So they see as more of a northerner per se. So in terms of what Elikoko was talking about, you also have to pay attention to the G5. The G5 comes to play for your guy. People are thinking that they might go with Tinubu, but I would say if your guy plays his cards right, he can actually get the G5 on his side, because as PDP continues to disintegrate, it gives an opening for him. Because if truly, like you were talking about, he has and I believe strongly that he has the love of the North. If you couple that with what Wike has to offer and the other G5 gunners have to offer, he has a chance. So I think that, like, once again, I joke about your guy quitting because it's all speculation. We don't know yet, but that will only come if the PDP disintegrates further, so to the point where it becomes clear that Atiku is not a viable option for the North. So if that becomes reality, I think that the G5 might move towards supporting Kwankwaso for president, and it might actually have a chance if it comes to Kwankwaso against Tinubu. To be honest with you, I'm going to go with Kwankwaso because, like I said, he has the love of the people of the North with him, and there's no way they're going to sacrifice their own son for Tinubu, no matter how Buhari loves him. So if you add that with the G5, once again, pay attention to the G5. The PDP is falling apart gradually. So I think he has a chance, and over here, just me being serious now, all jokes aside.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I will go to the next one. Yeah. Kulata, thank you for buying a coffee to support the platform. I want to hear different name aside the regular name or the people that I'm used to on the platform or in the comment section. Folks at home, rise to the occasion.
Can you can
Support
you
the
sk-
platform.
can you skip Cave? Can you skip Cave? Can you skip him, please?
Why are you discriminating against me, Babasi?
Yeah. All right. That you put okay. Okay. What's your take on that briefly? Let me pass it around before we
I
go
mean,
that side.
I mean, in my opinion, is what game does Kwakwanso want to play after this election? Meaning, which camp can he easily take his NNMP and Kwakwansia supporters to, and he can build a formidable structure. So, can he do that in APC or can he do that in PDP? That is what will decide the game Kwakwanso plays. There's a lot of speculation, obviously, that that I have myself have said several times that he will eventually collapse to Tinubu. We saw some semblance of that in Zamfara. The entire NNMPP structure in Zamfara has collapsed to APC. But that doesn't mean every NNMPP will not collapse to APC. That's just one state. So when you think about it, if it favors Tinubu, that means Tinubu will run. If hopefully if it doesn't collapse there, he will have a shot. Kwagaso may have a shot in 4 years' time. Now, shot where? Is he shot in PDP or shot in APC? Because if he goes to APC, if he goes to any party, he has a shot. Because if it's time for the North, because if Atiku goes, it don't actually PDP doesn't pay him because Atiku is going now. So in 4 years' time, PDP with all the G5 noise and all that stuff, in the next 4 years after 2023, PDP has to field a Southern candidate. Forget about, I mean, since Atiku already cheated them. So Kwakwanso cannot pack his bag for a PDP run in 4 years' time. He has to pack his bag and do a APC run, or he stays in his party, depending on how the results pan out for him in this election. And if he's not going to wait for the result to pan out in this election, he will sell to Tinubu because he stands a better chance to compete and beat Shetima in a primary. Because if you remember, Buhari hardly beat him in 2015. He came second, and it was a close second in 2015. It was just because of the likes of Tinubu that Buhari got the primary win in APC in 2015. So is either he stays as an NNMP or he sells out to APC and then he goes back into APC. And if he goes back into APC, whether Tinubu does it for 4 years or does it for 8 years, he is the number one guy that will win the primary because it's come so close to it and he has a formidable following. He's a Fulani guy. He will always beat a Kanuri guy in the primary. So that's how I see it. I see he either stays in NNMP or he sells out to Tinubu. And there's some signs that he's already selling out to Tinubu because of what happened in Zamfara. That's my own take.
All right. All right. Our prestige.
Yeah, thank you, Javier. Okay. Let me begin. Let me begin by saying this. About what's his name, OP Vice President Lati. From the information I gather, because of it came late after he was shown by Kwankwaso. So it was the northern elders, that actually brought that to him. So that was how that he came to be. He wasn't really in their, he wasn't really as a topic in their decision because it was very, very late. So that's how that came to be. He was appointed and give it to Obi because Obi didn't have any other option. So let me be clear about what I read on that. That's exactly how that came to be. So it wasn't like he was an initial candidate or whatever. So it was like a late replacement. But I don't know how it's playing right now. So having said that, let me go to Kwankwaso. We are talking about him right now, what he's gonna do or who he's gonna lie with. Yeah, I read the same thing that he just portrayed here today about people in the north pressurizing him to join their not dead candidate, which is they like I think they respect Atiku. That's the way I'm looking at it. But do they love him like they love Kwankwaso? No, Kwankwaso has like a cult followers up in the north, but I don't know how many. But definitely, in Kano, there's no doubt that he's like a cult follower in the north and other places. So he has to play a game of permutation. Probably his future ambition has to play a role. In my own opinion, if he decides to stay, he has a very good chance of running for the next president because most of the party, like APC, let's assume APC win, they're gonna the North is gonna produce the next president. Look at what we have right now. You have Atiku. Who else? Kwankwaso is the probably the most prominent after Atiku, and this is gonna be Atiku last year. So if I were him, I have to stay. Why would I want to collapse my structure to any particular party or whatever? Stay, and actualize some of my bits on Ghana, some vote, make yourself well known for the next, 4 years, 8 years, or whatever. It's going to be the northern, time by no doubt. But it's a game to be played right now. I don't know how this is going to end. What's his name? Kwankwaso has said something, if you look at when he went to Enugu, he said something, against APC. He said never vote for APC. So I don't know if it's just politics. He said never go. People are talking that he might align with Tinubu them. I don't know. But what he said about APC in Enugu was very damning. About how they have taken this country and people shouldn't go for him. So I don't know if just a political rhetoric. Is he going to collapse his structure with with Atiku? These northern people, man. I don't know. People are saying that because Atiku, did something wrong to him. APC has done wrong to him too. So I don't really know where he's gonna, if he's eventually gonna collapse his structure. But as of right now, he's been pressured. Real pressure to collapse his structure with Atiku. But according to what he said, I think one of his spokesmen said that that's not gonna happen. That he's gonna, he's not collapsing his structure with anybody. But we see what happened. I don't, in my own opinion, I don't see him doing that. That's what I see. Even regardless of what happened in the other state, it's just a particular state. It's just because APC was very influential. What state was that? Was it Adamawa?
Zamfara.
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 Okay, right. Because of the APC structure in that place, it's just a political. Wherever you have a political capital, you have to align. I don't think that has anything to do with Kwankwaso. It's just a particular state. So it's a game that's going to be played. I don't think it's going to collapse his structure. That's my own opinion. How I see
All
that.
right.
So we see
All
what
right.
happened in that space.
All right. Foley. I know you come before time. And there's. Hello? Are
Yeah,
you there?
I'm here. This is not the usual volley. I know you have a regular volley. This is a new volley. First time on
I
the
want
block.
I want to say I want you are not here to scam me again. Anyway,
Okay.
it's your first time coming up on the screen, right?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. You're welcome. Where are you joining us from?
Calling from US.
US, okay. You're welcome. So you've been following the trend so far. I should go over
Yes, I think.
the question for you.
No, I think you are talking about the Kwankwaso space.
Correct. Yeah. What's your take on that?
So, in my own opinion, I feel it's just a testament to the fact that this election is largely about ethnicity. You see, the Southeast is largely about Obi, no doubt. The Southwest is largely for Tinubu, no doubt. This comment also shows that ethnicity will play a big role and the North. Why is the Arewa not thinking of Obi? Why are they not thinking of Tinubu? So now it's about Omowani is our child. Let's see how we can do this thing. But however, will Kwankwaso collapse the structure for Atiku or for Tinubu? I can't really tell because in politics, you never say never. Once the interests align, like Collateral was saying that, okay, Kwankwaso will not want to go to PDP because of this North agenda, then PDP want to present the South. Anything can happen. 2027, PDP, who deviated from their constitution and presented Atiku, can still say 27, we are still presenting another northern person. It doesn't matter. Once the interests align, they know they have this number. Let us know that as the North has the number. So if PDP sees that, okay, we are able to gain more state, now they have Oshun in court. And they have Oyo.
They have Oyo.
They have Oyo. If PDP tries or manage to get, and they have Edo, well,
Yes.
in the South. So if they get more states in the South, and they know they have the North, of course, the North agenda is always there. 2027, it can still be the Northern agenda. So for me, ethnicity will play a role, no doubt. Whether Kwankwaso would collapse his structure is also a function of who aligns with Kwankwaso's interest. If the PDP aligns with his interest, you see, there's this imaginary letter they say they write. It's okay, they ask you to sign an undertaking or give a statement that you will not do more than one time. Even though nobody has seen any letter in that regard. But there's always a saying that, so Jonathan says he will do one time.
Gentleman agreement, they call it.
Yes, Tinubu, Atiku is also saying now that, oh, he will do one time. All this gentleman agreement. If they reach an agreement, and they think they are beginning to learn now that this gentleman agreement is not going to be by word of mouth again. Maybe we have something that we can write, but it will not be in the public. If they reach an agreement and it favors Kwankwaso, it aligns with Kwankwaso's interest, it will go with PDP. If Tinubu, the Maradona of Southwest politics, reach an agreement that will favors Kwankwaso, don't forget that Kwankwaso has a progressive mind. So also is Tinubu. The Talakawas, they are progressive, they think progressively. Atiku, removing the ethnicity on the side of the North, Atiku is more of a capitalist, so to say, which does not really align with the North. So if Kwankwaso sees, he was once in APC, if he sees that, okay, this agreement is going to go towards the North the next time, I think APC's agenda will be better. If he aligns with his interests, I think he will go with but the long and short of my comment is that this time around, ethnicity and religion will play a vital role. That's my comment.
All right. Thank you, fully. Uptown, you did it. Uptown, you just unmute yourself, but nobody hear you. All right, let me move to this.
Yeah, Obi, what's up?
Why they use bedroom voice? Say the answer me now.
Both of them don't go eat apple.
Don't worry,
True.
can you? Okay, uptown, you can take over.
Okay,
Okay.
They don't go
uptown,
eat apple and ogbono
uptown,
soup.
uptown. Leave that girl alone. Pay
Yeah.
attention. Good boy. Now, nobody seems to be, they're not talking about it or seeing the possibility of Obi and Kwankwaso coming together. However, the ticket is going to look like, I don't know. Are you seeing that happening? Seeing that everybody is believing that Kwankwaso is gonna sell out? Look at this guy. Just leave that girl alone. Leave her. You did with her since yesterday. I mean, give her 5 minutes. Let's
Leave
go.
am alone, Ovie. Go to
Okay.
another person. Weather cold for America
Ovie,
now. Weather cold. Where? Leave am alone.
Hey, after day Ikoyi,
after
after
day
day
Koyo,
Ikoyi,
you don't do America.
after day Ikoyi.
After,
oh,
yeah, after na weekend for Naija, they enjoy life.
Ovie,
Ah,
see,
yes, yes. You
if
know the city will
if
be coming into the conversation because
no,
Kwankwaso is
definitely Obi is gonna come into the conversation, but let me make an establishment first. I
uh,
mean, they have been talking for a while, and I know that
no. You don't have a while. Oh. We just if you see now we are on one question. We're just passing it around as fast as we can. There are more
okay,
topics to go around.
yeah,
Yeah, so
okay.
don't
What
don't
are I don't
relax.
even know what the topic is. If
Yes, I'm
I
asking.
think
We are talking. This is the question. Konkoso, the possibility of Konkoso collapsing the structure for either Atiku or Tinubu. But there's other people who are saying that they still see the possibility of Konkoso and Obi coming together. But I am
okay.
saying it ain't gonna happen. The man is going all the way solo. So what's your take?
The
What's your
the
position?
fact is the Kwankwaso is not collapsing its structure for anybody. Why? Because I believe even if he doesn't win, he would love to know what his chances like, maybe how many numbers he can pull. Do you get how many millions he can pull? He would love to know that. So he's definitely not collapsing his structure for Tinubu Atiku. But I believe that what is going to happen, because many people are thinking that it's going to collapse the structure for Tinubu or Atiku, which is wrong. They have different ideology. The closest ideology that Kwankwaso has is P2B. That is the truth because they both basically managed when they were like a governor. They basically did the same stuff.
If you want to reduce Konkoso the opportunity, don't
Oh,
compare
come
with
on.
this.
No,
Come on.
they almost
When
has
it
the
comes
same
to ideology, I
ideology.
think it aligns more with Tinubu. When it comes to ideology, they are more
How?
progressive minded, center left. Some people will
No,
call it.
I'm
Yes,
talking about when they were
Obi and
not
Atiku
not
are
like
the same category.
yeah, I'm talking about when they were in, leading
Yeah,
the
but they're
the
not being made
states.
self. Konkoso was the governor was governor first.
Yeah.
Now Tinubu and Konkoso be together from the beginning of their political career. When Tinubu was a senator, Kwankwaso was in the House of Rep as their deputy speaker.
You
Then
don't
they come back
understand
again
where I'm going to. I mean,
in terms of their
when I'm
performance.
talking about the achievements in
Yes, they are not of the same
governorship.
level. They are not of the same level at all. I'm sorry to disappoint
Okay,
you.
you're saying that Peter B pass Amabi.
Okay, that will make you sleep good. Okay.
That's what you're
Oh my
saying,
God.
no problem.
Des, can I interject? What is Obi's ideology?
Obi's ideology is now before Obi's ideology is based on education, which Kwankwaso
No,
was
that's
not
not
into.
education is not an ideology. Like
As an
from
achievement, you say.
that's a political and economic ideology. What's Obi's ideology?
Maybe he's a capitalist.
He's a capitalist, I would
Is in
say.
is in is in labor for
Yeah.
God's sake. What are you talking
No,
about?
he's a
Why is he?
Yeah,
capitalist.
but that is the contradiction people are pointing out. That a capitalist is going to
Same,
socialism
same,
and
same, same as Atiku. Same as Atiku. No different.
Yeah.
Confused souls.
But I'm just saying based on their achievement when they were in when they were governors, they are mostly basically
compared to
identical.
Kwankwaso, they perform poorly.
Can I Ovie, forget your Kwankwaso now. Let me talk. So they basically invested a lot in education, which they believed in, and they believe in the people. They saved money for the state. So it was mostly basically identical, even if it's not the same. Maybe one is higher than the other. I don't know who is higher than the other, but saving money is one of the agenda. Education, they invested a lot. They didn't basically put their family, you know, in the whatever position. They basically has the same kind
There's,
of, I don't
there's,
know how to
there's,
explain it, but
there's,
they're kind of
there's,
the same
there's,
people.
Mr.
What?
There's. You just want to agree that the full an Almajiri can.
So I'm just saying it in my own perspective. I'm saying in my own view of it. So I think they can come along well, and if they sit down and talk to each other, like I said, he's not collapsing his structure for anybody. What I can see him doing is backing Obi after the runoff. That is what I can see him doing because he believes
Okay.
that Obi is going to maybe perform better than any other person. That's what I see him doing.
All right.
So Obi will be in contest
Uptown.
for runoff.
Oh, obviously, I mean,
Uptown.
Ajali Koko, Ajali Koko. There is no beating around the bush about it. Obi is definitely going to be in a runoff. You can
Obi
bet it
and
if you
who? Obi and
want.
who? Obi
No
and who?
man.
Obi, I'm thinking Obi
There's
and Tinubu.
let me move on to the next person. You know, argue. There's no argue here. Okay?
Okay,
And
Obi.
imagine the performance will be just take it like that. Uptown. Uptown.
OVA, I'm back.
Uptown. You're one of your hand. You can't be holding phone with one hand, then the other hand is doing solving algebra. You stay focused. So
OVA,
so
I'm in the
far,
sou- I'm in the southeastern hinterlands of Nigeria. You know?
okay. Be
Uptown, I'm
careful.
coming to Nigeria
No,
next two
no,
weeks. I need
wait.
Yeah,
I
Be
need
yeah, yeah.
to
careful.
Come up.
parole with you.
Be
I'm
careful with
waiting.
that pop. I be careful with that pop. I mean, unknown government. Sorry. Be careful with unknown government.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll, I'll be leaving. I'll be leaving here tomorrow. But then, I mean, a non-government. I think they are on break for now.
But on a more serious note,
Yeah,
uptown. On a more
yeah,
serious note,
yeah.
for the past 1 week or 2 weeks that will be talking, right? You've been in what's his name? What's this place?
I went to
Goodluck Jonathan. Bayelsa. You've been in
Bayelsa,
Bayelsa. You're in Lagos. Now you're in Anambra.
Abuja,
You're in
Anambra.
I mean, all these things. You go by road or you fly.
Okay, okay, okay.
No,
Some
I'm
of
not
them are
talking
by
about
road.
I'm not talking about the expense. I just want to point out the safety for you to be able to be moving around like that. That means
Mm.
all this alarm that we are blowing is. I'm not saying people are not dying. You know, in all those extreme
Yeah, yeah.
hardcore villages of Lagos
I
and all
get
that.
what you mean, yeah. But the thing is, yeah, most times I fly, you get.
Okay,
But some other times, I know people that go around with security actually. So yeah, usually yeah, we go together.
okay. Right
Mm.
now, to the question of the day. Now, people like Kulata have,
Mm.
kind of leaning towards that if there's going to be any alignment is going to be likely be
Yeah.
to with what's his name at Tinubu based on their political ideology and
Mm.
who again I think General Gogo was saying that it's pretty much on my own side that the man is not going to align with anybody. He's going all the way. We have who again have a contrary view. I think Babati is leaning towards Atiku based on religious and tribal sentiment that is taking place. And I think the guy that he left now, Foley, kind of, seeing it the same thing too. Now, where are you? Are you seeing Obi? If no, if there's let's say yes, it's already been established that the man is going to align with any of these guys. Who do you see likely possible? Obi, Peter, or Obi, Atiku, or the Tinubu?
Sorry, Playtown. Just before you respond to that, I just wanted to
Okay.
acknowledge. I'm not sure if you have done. Ovie,
Yeah, Kulata, right?
Kulata buying the coffee. So we want
Yeah, I
to
did.
that. So thank you, Kulata. But what we are targeting for this session is a minimum of 3 people to have actually done that. And what would be ideal is if it's 3 new names. So I think Kulata is not a new name to buy in the coffee. But for this session,
Put it out.
we are anticipating a minimum of 3 people to do that. So Kulata has kicked it off. So anybody that's willing to join him, the link is in the comment section. So go there and go wild.
Public
I did
announcement from
something on
Starbucks.
Cash App. I don't
Now
do
this,
that coffee something for you. I do
now this
Cash App.
Starbucks. All right, I'll
I,
put it on the screen for you to see. Okay.
no, I
Yes.
already did something for you.
Oh, okay. I haven't
That was
checked. Thank you very much.
some minutes ago.
All right. I appreciate the support. Yes. Octan,
Where's
come,
Ovi?
come. No, let me call my guys who Fulani has made them locate you. You gotta stay focused. Give me just 2 minutes. Let
No,
that guy
no,
to
Ovi,
small outside first.
Ovi. Now we are working on some data, so yeah, that needs some going around. That's why. But that's by the way. Um, yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody from
Now,
wherever you
I
are.
just I don't want
Ovi.
elaborate explanation on that. Just go to the point so that everybody can
Yeah. Let me
contribute
greet
to
my
that stuff.
brothers now,
Because
Ovi.
I'll still come back to you.
I have to greet my brothers
No, I
first.
will
Yeah.
come back to you with other topics for real.
So yeah, so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. So yeah, Kwankwaso, that's what you asked here. You know, he was in Ebonyi. Was he yesterday?
Yes,
Um,
back on legal
yeah,
right.
he was in Ebonyi yesterday. And if you heard the comments he made there, where he dismissed APC and PDP, he actually said something like Obi was his only obstacle that is remaining now, and he knows that him, Kwankwaso, is Obi's only obstacle in the north. So he's seeing himself as someone that is holding down the north and seeing Obi as someone that is holding down the south. If you watch that interview he granted in Ebonyi. I agree with people that thinks he's not going to collapse the structure. And I'll tell you why. Uh, like I said before, I think what Kwankwaso's mission in this election is to fill the Buhari space in the north. He wants to inherit the Buhari voters. He wants to be the next Buhari of the northern Nigeria. So he knows that he has to start filling that shoe now. He does not necessarily think he's going to be president in 2023, but he wants to fill that Buhari shoe, and that's what he's doing. So that is exactly why he's not going to collapse his structure to into anybody's structure. He's not going to collapse the structure to Atiku's structure. He's not going to collapse the structure to Bola Tinubu. I don't think that is going to happen. So I think he's going to run all the way, and I think he also he wants a bargaining power, yeah. And you cannot have a bargaining power in the next election series if you do not prove the voters you have under your belt. So he needs to prove that he has 6 million voters, that he has 5, he has 3, he has 10, he has 15, or whatever it is that's going to come out with in 2023. So that's going to be his bargaining chip in the subsequent elections. So when he's coming on board, so that's what he's going to use to strike the deal when he comes on board next time, and to say, I'm coming with these numbers of votes from the north. What deal can I strike with you? Just like Buhari did. So I think that's what he wants to do. So he's not going to collapse the structure. He's going to
All
go
right.
all the way, and he's going to find out how many people that's going to vote for him in the north.
All right. Stay put. I'll come back to you. I don't forget the Uka Day with us. That's what you get for supporting Obi. Emmanuel. All right. It's now been closed by his computer.
Yeah, Obi, I'm here. Don't worry. I'm
All
actually
right.
writing some code, but I can swear talk.
Oh, which code now? Code now. They get babe now.
What?
Okay. I think I code now. They get babe now. I go write code on
I don't.
Saturday.
I don't even have time for babes. When you write JavaScript from morning to night, you don't even remember that it's a babe.
I bet write code real good. They will go to win from the first ballots.
Don't worry.
So,
We're bringing
what
some.
is your code?
Bring
What is your code
some
telling you about?
technology.
What is your code
Huh?
telling you about Kwankwaso? What is your code telling you about Kwankwaso? Is he going to go with
This
Tinubu,
guy.
Atiku, or
Oh,
Obi?
yeah, when I say you know where. Well, for me, like the last guy that spoke, Kwankwaso is not stepping down for anybody.
Yes, that's
Yes, it's not stepping down for anybody. So that man want to test his capacity, and he want to feel that he want to feel how it look like to go to the ballot. So, but if it comes to that stage, well, he'll be pressurized or some sort of bargain towards that. We know how Northern play the politics. We saw what happened between Wike, Atiku, and Tamboa. So we all know that's how they play. They are very, very smart when it comes to politics. So it's possible that he will step down for Atiku, irrespective of whatever you're saying or ideology or belief. That is Northern politics. So it can happen before the night of the election. It can happen a week before the election. You get right because nobody will believe what Tambawa did to Wike. The Wike will till today. Wike will never believe that that actually happened after giving your speech.
it's
11
naive.
hours, 11 hours, and it just it just happened. So I will not be surprised if Kwankwaso stepped down for Atiku a week before that election because that's how they play their politics. And I will not be surprised for other trenches parties to also align and collapse their structure towards Atiku. That is how they play their politics, and that is why they are better than us when it comes to politics. So forget whatever anybody is saying. That is not
All right,
an way of politics.
all right. Let me put on a different question on the floor now. Let's go round on it again. Yes, thank you, Kulata. Thank you, Des, and let me not get the name right. I think it's Ayo. Yes, Ayo for supporting the platform so far. I mean, is it me? I never hear woman name or girl name in that department, and I think I want to hold you guys who are hiding your faces away from the screen responsible. If we not show up on screen, the ladies will show up, the girls will show up.
Sorry,
My face. They
Ovie.
push them
Sorry,
away.
Ovie. Sorry, Ovie. One man. I don't know where you are, but I think you're listening to me. You say I want to hack. I want to hack crypto with my code. See what we're trying. Crypto is a to me it looked like me like a diminishing ascent. I don't know what is going on in the crypto world, but
God
I don't
bless you.
really know what's happening there. The whole thing is diminishing very
I'm
fast.
Hey,
with
hey,
you.
they have filed for bankruptcy. So forget about their money is
Yes.
gone, okay? They filed for bankruptcy
So
yesterday.
so
Sorry,
and our
And
advice
man,
okay,
and our advice
who is they that are filed for bankruptcy?
The
uh,
owners of the
the
company.
the
The owner of the
cryptocurrency
company.
guy.
Huh?
The owner of the company are filed
Yeah, you
for
didn't know that
bankruptcy.
one man?
No, but
No,
Man,
no,
that's
listen to
no.
the
Hold,
news.
hold on,
NFT, the
hold on.
guy though. That's NFT.
Who is the day that filed for bankruptcy?
The FC something, filed for bankruptcy yesterday. Go read about it. I mean, your money is gone, man.
You this guy, man. You just so you don't know after the time you don't know what they talk about. Cryptocurrency
Okay,
it
what,
doesn't belong to one person.
I
Okay,
know the
if you are,
guy.
it's like saying that the dollar or money has filed for bankruptcy because the dollar is in trouble.
I'm telling you, go look. The guy, what's his name? I've forgotten his name. He don't run away and he's filing for bankruptcy. The young guy in charge of the whole stuff. I know it doesn't belong to
The
anybody.
whole
I'm familiar
stuff.
with.
What young guy
Huh?
is in charge of it's a decentralized space.
No,
But the
yeah,
main
the guy you are
guy,
the guy
It's a
you are talking about,
non-government space.
is just an NFT collector. It's a crypto investor NFT
right?
collector who
So
wants
I'm
to
not saying
why
it
you
belongs to
why
anybody.
oh God, man of prestige, man. You are a funny guy.
um
Okay, okay.
Sam
one
Bankman
man NFT
Sam Bankman
will do
Friend. What's
well.
his name?
NFC will do
I'm
way
not
more
making
than
this up, okay?
crypto. NFC will do way more than this. Crypto is depreciating a lot because a lot of people
Do you
are
want
tend
me
to be moving away from that
do you
crypto
want
whole
me to
thing.
show you? Let me show you my NFT wallet. It's as strong as it ever was. I'm up on
Yeah, yeah,
everything I
yeah,
bought.
yeah, yeah. That's what I say. NFT will appreciate better than even all this crypto stuff.
Everything. Let me tell you, because I was having this
What are we even
conversation with
talking
Ovie just
about?
yesterday and Black League. So all this what is going on is a buy opportunity, and the clever people will take that opportunity to go and buy. So forget all of this.
What
Okay,
is
What
okay, one
NFT
man,
what
thing.
is
good,
You
good,
don't know
different?
one
anything
man.
What is
about it.
I wish
NFT?
you good luck, okay?
One man,
If
if
you look at your
NFT
screen,
is
if you look at your screen now, these are my NFTs. Every single one of these items that you see is has gone 1x up. Every single one of them 1x up.
I agree with you, one man.
I'm
This,
double on my
this is an
money on
asset.
every single asset that you can see on your
one
screen now.
man,
Every single
NFT
one of
has
them.
been falling. Calm down. I did the
What
space
Okay,
do you
one
with
mean
man, I
you.
wish
NFT
you
has
good luck,
been
okay?
falling?
I'm in the space with you. Calm down.
What do you own? What do you own?
What are you talking
What do
about?
you
If
own?
NFT is falling, crypto is falling,
Yeah.
everything is falling. It's just the
What
way
do
it is
you own?
now.
Don't say
It's
you are in
just
the
the way
space.
it
What
is
do you
now.
own? What do you own?
I,
You have a bit of
One
Bitcoin,
man, I
abi?
lost 600 and something thousand this year crypto. So all these things just falling. A lot of people tend to
Yes,
move away from that space.
you know why you lost money, because you and people like you and this, you buy on a hype. You buy on a hype. So you have to, if you are trading, you have to use the contrarian strategy. You have to go against where the market is headed. You have to use the contrarian strategy. So
This is
so
the time
now
to
now
buy
now that it's
crypto.
falling, now that it's falling is when to buy, not to sell. And then when it's, I mean, it's just
Okay,
anyway.
One man,
one man,
one
hold
man.
on,
It started falling in
One
January.
man,
I mean January, February. It
Instead
started
of
falling first.
writing codes to hack wallet, Emmanuel,
one man,
go
one
and
man, one
use
man,
money to buy instead.
one man, listen to this.
One man.
Crypto
Don't
giant
worry, one man.
FTC investigating
The next
abnormality
application
following
I'm going to
bankruptcy
release
filing.
for the next application I'm going to release for you people, you will enjoy it. You understand? Technology is actually taking space, taking over. You get it, right?
Where you did?
So,
Where
We
you
all know
did?
that
You
now. Is
just
that
did-
not
are
what
you
we
just
used to
finding
say?
out?
Sorry,
huh?
sorry. Do you not actually know what NFTs are, Emmanuel?
Me NFT.
Yes.
I
Do
don't
you know
really
that?
know what.
No. Let me explain what the excitement is.
Mhm.
With NFT, it's an immutable form of. It's a non-fungible token. So when you say fungible, it's something that cannot be repeated or replicated in any form. So that's fungibility. So it's a non-fungible token, and they've been able to code encryptions that almost fail proofs non-fungibility. So now all those lands that you are buying, all those digital assets, even actual physical assets that you own, the land deeds and everything, they are going to at some point mutate into non-fungibles, where you can just transact land buying in codings rather than going to CFO or anything. So that's that technology space. So when you're talking about technology taking over, because the artworks and the gaming and all of these things that you're seeing as digital assets, those are the entry points and the face of that technology. But the technology of non-fungibility
One
is
man, it's just one
new
aspect of
frontier.
it. Just one aspect of that. It's just there's a lot you can do with that. All
Yes,
those
that's
script,
what
all
I'm
this stuff.
saying.
That,
You
that's
can
one
use it
aspect of it.
to, yeah. So that's what I'm saying now. So all this idea that you've lost your money is just it's not that's just a lack of
one
understanding
man,
of that
one
space.
man.
One man,
Huh?
We are
FTS
one
US and
man.
FTS dot has filed for bankruptcy. I'm not saying it has nothing
We're
to do. This is just a brand.
Yes, that's
we're
a
in
company now. That's a company. So what are you
Right, but
talking?
it's gonna affect. Oh well, anyway, good luck. Okay, that's not for
Binance.
taking.
It
Binance
will
is even
affect the
filing for
market.
for
It will
bankruptcy.
affect.
What are you talking about?
It will. But who's filed for bankruptcy?
Binance. I'm telling you right now.
Yes,
You
so
better run.
Binance can file for bankruptcy. Nobody cares. But that will have no people will care because that will affect the market. But
It
do you
will
know the
both NFT and crypto. It will affect
yes,
all
but it
markets.
is not going to crash or raid that market is my greater point. And
One
One
it
man,
man.
my advice to
See the
you, you
problem.
just have to monitor
Let me
that
it's a
space.
matter
educate you
of
on
fact
this.
that I'm
Monitor
One
the
choosing
man.
to
space.
leave this space. But I
One
see
One
it
man.
man,
as
Let
you
me
hear what I
educate
say?
you.
I see it
Those
as
your
a buy
NFT,
opportunity. He wants to educate me. Oh yeah, go on and educate me.
don't, yes, that your NFC, you have to monitor that space because there will be a stage when you know when new NFT are coming out, the old one tend to depreciate. So you just have to monitor the space, how it's going, and that's the one thing that killed me with the crypto I bought last year. So when
What did
there
you
was a
buy?
time
What did
crypto
you
was
buy? What
almost
did you buy?
me.
Yes, what did you buy?
I bought BTC, yes,
What's that?
BTC,
Bitcoin Cash?
yes.
No, that's not a crypto. That's just a derivative.
Bitcoin.
Look at this guy.
He just bought Bitcoin.
Yeah, he didn't buy
Um,
Bitcoin. He bought Bitcoin Cash, which is one of those. It's a bit like buying Ethereum Lite or
One
something. So
man, leave
that's
that
not.
story. I lost my money. So I did not buy.
Yeah,
What are you saying?
because you did not understand. That's why I said
one
don't buy
man.
on a hype. You
One
just
man.
bought
No,
on the
it's not
hype
a hype
without.
something. Let me tell you something, one man. We're
Yeah,
in the space of I don't know what the name is, but the stock, both stock, crypto and everything, there's another kind of I'll call it like the opposite of it. What happens in between, like for the
you don't
last
know what
30
you are talking
years,
about. You don't
let
know
me
the name.
explain something to you.
What are you? Why
I
can't
don't
you
know, I
explain
can't really
something?
remember the name,
Yeah,
but
if
I'll
you
get
don't
it
know
for
the
you.
name of what you are
Let me
talking about,
explain.
then what expertise are you
One man,
dispensing?
can I tell you
So
so
one man,
that
are
you
you
But
not
you
make
saying
just
the
admitted you
the
don't
mistake?
know what you
money,
are talking about.
one man, are you
I don't
saying the
want to
money
start
people are
entering
withdrawing,
Google right
almost
now.
about 6 billion, is not going to affect the whole platform?
No, and I said it's going to affect the platform, yes. But what I'm saying is that the smart money will see it as a buy opportunity because the value of the crypto space will drop quite sharply, and anybody that is in the crypto space will tell you that it's continually experiencing huge spikes. You know, when I bought Bitcoin in 2017 thereabouts, it was £700. You know, it's gone to $60,000, and then it's falling to $20,000 dollars. But am I up? When I first bought Ethereum, it was buying it for £7. How much is it now? It's about $2,000. It went as high as $4,000. It crashed back to $2,000. Am I up? I am up. So you have
Yeah,
to
sure.
understand the market
But
and
one man,
The
don't
the
just
market
keep
crypto
now
quiet.
value, I
is
mean,
one man.
initially,
I
it
wanted
was
to
over
explain
32
something to
billion,
you,
but it has pretty much
but
evaporated. I don't mean gone, but look at
I
where it
wanted
is
to
right now.
explain
That's my
something
point.
to you.
Can we come back to?
No, you can't
Can we
explain
come back to
anything to
reality?
me, Des, because you just
there's
admitted
like an opposite side of this market.
you
Let me
don't
tell you
know this
something.
thing.
There's an opposite side of this
What is it?
market.
What
One
is it?
man.
What's the
The
opposite
opposite
side?
side of this market is that you buy, like, people that are investors. You buy like something like a crypto, which has like a 60% chance of yielding your money to you, and there's you buy the opposite side, which has the 40% chance of giving you the dividends you want. And now, what happens for the last, I would say, 50 years, when crypto is rising, the opposite side is falling.
What's the
This has been
opposite side? What are
happening.
you?
That's what I'm
Which
trying to.
side?
I can't explain the name, but if you want me to send you the link, I will. Now,
No,
when the
no,
opposite
so no,
side when the
come
opposite
on,
side
man.
is rising,
If you don't know what
crypto
you're,
stock is
SP,
falling. That
what's
is
the
what is
opposite
doing.
side?
yes, SP 500. Stop, don't
You
you?
see, he doesn't even know. Babati, please explain to him.
It's inversely proportional to SP 500. When you have the market rising, it goes the other way. So because people are moving their money back and forth, they're not keeping their money in just the bonds only. So they are kind of moving the money around. So once you have the S&P go up, it will go down. If it goes the other way, it
Yeah.
will go up.
Okay, okay,
So
Babati.
now all of
Babati, let
them
me
is
ask something.
falling
Yes,
down. It
hold on,
hasn't
No,
Babati.
happened before.
so sorry, but
Babati,
just give
let
up
me ask
then.
What
Babati
You don't
about
something.
even
these
know what you're talking about. You're
Kryptonians?
talking.
Babati, are you saying this guy, regarded as a wonder kid, Ben Manfred, that's kind of running away? Are you saying he doesn't know what he's doing?
No, they all know what they are doing. Say, this
He
is what
gambled,
happened.
he lost. He put
No,
95% of his investment, if
they,
his asset,
they,
into that
they,
NFT, and he
they,
lost.
they don't see, they always prey on retail traders, people that come with that small money. The big boys know what they're going to do 3-4 months from now. They already know. You don't know. You just show up and look at what is happening. They look at the bigger picture when they are trading.
But that's not good for we poor people now. Which one is
But
it?
you are suckers already now. They don't care about you. You know that you think they care about you. They want your money now. They want your money, so they will put.
What a prestige, you funny, man.
It's like me trading now, and I put a stop loss or something. They know.
Oh my God.
They know where you put your stop loss. They will just raid you.
But to be honest, that is a lot of money that one man is having there. That's a
But
lot of money.
it's America, man. People don't care
You
about
went
you.
from being, say you don't lost everything to that being a lot of money. My friend, who are you?
No, because my
You
bros,
want kidnap
I've
one
lost my
man?
own
One man is
but
coming. He's
But
coming to
man,
Nigeria
good
too.
to him.
Let me tell
But
you.
wait, good to him. If that appreciates, you understand. Good to him if I appreciate.
Let me tell you one thing, Emmanuel. If you
Uh,
only if you, there are only ever going to be 25 million bitcoins ever in the world, and we're getting towards the end of the release of the minting of Bitcoin. So at some point, and Bitcoin, it's not only a cryptocurrency; it's also an asset. So at some point, and in the near to medium future, Bitcoin will hit the 1 million mark and above, and then you will get to the point that you will be using Bitcoin as collateral for actual real life loans. There's a non fungible token called Board Ape Yacht Club. So this non fungible token, they were giving it away 3 years ago. But if you attempt to buy that at least about 12 months ago, you'll be parting with the better part of $600,000. From being given away 3 years ago. So pay attention to that. From being given away 3 years ago, you'll be parting with the better part of $600,000.
And
Six
bit,
hundred thousand. So hold
woman.
on. There was a guy that I follow online, because people are actually loaning money against non-fungibles now. He used his non-fungible as collateral to get the remaining balance of the money that he used to buy his mansion in California. But Babati, people have to understand that space, Babati.
Like if you look at the way it's going, Bitcoin is going to easily hit $100,000 in the next 5. That is not even hard to see. It's going to go up eventually. It's not as difficult. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
all
Babati,
right.
you are not sure about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Can we come back from space and
Okay,
let's stay on Earth?
let's move
Let's stay
on.
on Earth for a minute.
Just remember, man of prestige, that you heard it here first. Okay, go ahead.
Let's come back. Welcome back from space. Let's stay on Earth. Where we spend real money. Naira. Okay? We spend real money. Now, going to that space, thank you, Kulata Ayo, and to supporting now sponsor this crypto 5 minute crypto
Can we pay in
dialogue.
crypto? Can we pay in crypto, VA?
Wow.
Are you paying crypto? Well, of
Can we
course.
pay in crypto?
For me, no, look, left for me, I would say no. Because I need it back. I will spend it out.
But
Left for me, I say no.
one man is going to say yes.
Yes. One man will say yes. I will say no for two of your reasons. One, because I know you're not going to do it. And two, I rather catch the money and burn it.
No,
Anyway,
we can pay in Naira. We'll pay in Naira, don't
I
worry.
prefer Naira, but give me Naira. Give me Naira. Now, the leading political parties have returned to the drawing board to re-strategize on how to raise funds for the 2023 polls, especially the presidential election, following the decision of the federal government to redesign the Naira. There are indications that stakeholders of the ruling All Progressive Party (APC) are working on a viable funding template for its 2023 electioneering campaign. The main opposition People Democratic Party and the Labour Party are set to review the funding strategy as the planned redesign of Nigerian currency, the Naira, appeared to threaten traditional method of campaign funding. Why are they saying the leading political parties, say PDP, APC, and Labour Party? Where is the NPP? Oh, we know we are not corrupt. The followers donate money to sponsor the movement. So I understand why they say
Ovie is glaring to everyone now, so it's glaring. So is that three party? They are the
that.
main party for
Yeah.
this election.
Why do you always act as if you are the smartest one? Must you see this in everything? We are not corrupt. We don't need that. We don't need that to fund our campaign. Okay, we good. Anyway, with the policy, the old currency will become useless on January 31st, 2023, exactly 25 days to the February 25th, 2023 presidential polls. The new note will be in circulation from December 15. People with odd sum of old money, 200, 500, 1,000 notes in cash, must lodge them in bank or before the 31st of January. The notes will be useless. There are fears that the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, will no longer print large quantity of cash, and a new cashless policy will be announced in January. I don't understand. I mean, it's a good thing if we want to go cashless, but what about my grandmama and my ex-girlfriend and auntie where they Okoromokoro? How they go take dey use they don't spend money again. With this party insider fear that they may not have enough raw cash, which to prosecute the election. Somebody, former governor of Jigawa, said something about, he said something yesterday about this, what is going on. Now, if raw cash no day, to move around, especially the rural areas, I'm talking about party with structures. No be Labour Party. Labour Party, all of them they Benin. They officially or share money, stress. Everybody they Benin. But those parties that has structures within the rural community, the riverine areas, and all those farm them, how they go to mobilize if there's no raw cash? That's what the party officials are complaining. So that's why our name not there because we don't have that problem. 100 action in APC with the plan of the CBNs to change the naira before the February and March elections. Some strategy within the APC were said to have suggested that whatever needed to be procured in naira be done quickly. Now they provide the electoral materials, not the government. And what are they procuring? As a party in power, one would naturally think that we have access to the CBN to grant some concessions, but even if we have that opportunity, we are not going to abuse public trust. So even when? Okay, I don't think they repent. There are things like vehicle, mobile phone, and other logistics that are needed for the election. These are things that some of us are recommending that we buy immediately. We don't need foreign exchange to procure most of these things. And yet we do not have to wait until Naira is changed, said a party source. Asked how the party intends to raise funds for its activity, the source said, I am one of the advocates of having our member donate to the campaign. I mean, the Kokoseyas are ahead of that. What, 10 years ago? We have over 40 million. 40 million. Why una the campaign when I get 40 million members? You don't have to campaign. Just make 20 million sit up for us, make 20 million go vote, and you win. But maybe na on paper members, and we can ask them to donate 100 each. That is it. Why are you saying it? If you actually believe you have 40 million members, that is not say we can ask. No, just it should be going on by now. However, until we structure the party in a way that members take ownership of it, we cannot really leverage on our mass appeal. Okay. Is there something I'm not seeing here? See, however, until we structure the party in a way that members take ownership of it. So, okay, this is okay, makes sense now. For me, I always believe that now people get the political parties owned by individuals, a private business. set up by individual based on their interests or what they have in common. That's what political party is about. That's why when Wiki they cry, I say Wiki, now people get harm. When people get come back, you'll be pushed aside. So, but now they are now thinking that the ordinary people should be the ownership of the party. If Labour Party, who pride themselves as the common workers of Nigeria, cannot do that, I don't know who can. I don't know if PDP can do that. What we are doing is to ask the governor to donate, the governors to donate. What money they have? Our own money. They have always been in charge of the party, and they are going to drive the process in their various. Now, this is exactly where chunk of the problem of our country is. The fact that now the governors they sponsor this political party. Tell me how things go to change. Because if you don't fall in line, you whether not going to get the tickets or you are not going to be supported, or apparently they take you out because they have so much. I mean, who pays the money? They still be. I mean, this is ridiculous. So this is why I see this giving them men, able men with gun, is a bad idea at this point. It's a very bad idea at this point. A lot of things need to be put in place before we trade that part based on shit like this. The party itself will not donate. It's not governor anyway. We are already working on generating the funds, and we do not have a problem with that. He said, okay. PDP LP review funding strategy. Okay, that's the APC now. Let's see what PDP and LP are doing with for the main opposition party, PDP and Labour Party. I take offense to that, Vanguard. But let's go on. Saturday, Vanguard gathered that the two parties are separately looking up to their strategy teams to work out modalities of for aggressive okay the strategy team, what am I saying, the strategy team to work out modality for aggressive funding raising which must be in compliance with existing electoral law. A PDP chief team familiar with the development said our situation in the PDP is made a bit more complex because 5 of our governors whose contributions are badly needed at times like this are pulled back. See? See what all this governor they use our money to do, our security votes, our infrastructural money, whatever they should use to develop our various community. Guess what? They had it to do what? To sponsor themselves back to power. And somebody will come and tell me that if I come in, I will jail everybody. How? We are in a position, apart from membership due, which comes in trickle. Most of our members do not have the financial muscle to make the kind of substantial donation the ruling party already have. That's a shame. As a party who has been in charge of the Nigerian resources for 16 years, you could not do enough to empower your member who are the citizens of Nigeria to be at least economically buoyant enough to contribute 100 naira to your party. That's a shame on you. Why should we return you back to power if you have failed for 16 years as PDP? However, we look to big business who identify with us. We identify with our friendly policy to step in because it is going to be a win-win situation for Nigeria and those doing business in Nigeria. That's exactly what I've been saying. Why are the likes of Dangote, the likes of Adenuga, the likes of where are all these freaking billionaires? Why are they so quiet? This is exactly why they are quiet. They intend to donate these billions of naira to this politician. Guess what? In return, they have to write the policy that will be favorable to their business, not necessarily to every Nigerian, to their business. But that's exactly what they are saying. In most cases, especially in America, these companies, these special interests, write the policy themselves and just give it to the politician. Yes, it does. That's exactly what is going on. And that's what these people are telling you. The business class, it's not me and you. Talking about these billionaires who have the financial power to come to their aid. That's how they work. It's a big party, but me and you are not invited. We are not in it. It's purely for the rich. Today we have airlines cutting the numbers of flights into our country. Businesses are shutting down faster than they have ever been. Register. This never happened under the PDP, and the business community knows this.
You're right. Ovie, do you even know what is shocking to me? You know that new airport where they built that terminal. You know
Yeah.
it does not even receive 747. It's only for smaller for smaller jet and smaller air flight for rich people. The one where they build. I'm
Man,
like,
man.
how do you build a terminal of 50 billion? How many billions? And it's only for because I'm like, how do you design a terminal that cannot get bigger planes? I have never had that in my life before. It's only for small jet and private people now. I don't get
It's
it.
funny because PDP are actually accusing APC of that. Isn't that everything doesn't have to be in cash? Okay. But all political parties need money because running election anywhere in the world is expensive. Okay, why do you have to deal with cash? Pay it electronically. That's what they are saying. That's what the government is saying. If you want to give money to anybody, that's your. But where they get it? Traders' money, how they pay out? Never mind.
Oh shit.
Never mind. Like the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki said, the timing of this Naira redesign is political. Okay, shut up. Oh. Yeah, your opposition party, why you don't complain? The ruling political Kwankwaso was actually celebrating this move anyway. The ruling party is targeting opposition party in order to give undue advantage to the APC candidates who have stashed cash and have been using bowling van to move some in the public. All right. So if this is the case, right, they don't start cash, then those cash are going to be useless. So you should applaud. Oh, the president said na APC. I'm confused. What is going on? Okay. I think it's a good thing. I begin to like Buhari. Um, we are not to be this. We are not. We will not be discouraged because we are fighting for a better Nigeria. I will believe Nigeria are receiving our message, which is to rescue Nigeria from this decade. Hallelujah, somebody. All right, let me jump to the Labour Party. On his part, the National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, Comrade Abayomi Adebambi, explained that the Labour Party feels blessed with the unprecedented level of acceptance the party and the candidate, Mr. Obi, enjoy among Nigeria. Hallelujah, somebody. I just hope you ask for money because if Nigerians are supporting you, they need your money to go cast that vote because it costs nothing. He said, for the first time in our nation history, we have a party and a presidential candidate that has grown to become a mass movement. Oh, hallelujah, somebody. Like our national chairman has said on a number of occasions, ours is not party of money bags. We are a mass movement. I love this. That man must be a pastor. I like these people. I just hope they don't go ask money the way they are going. Nigeria believe in our message to take our country back from those who stuck in trade have been to loot the country treasury in order to use the same stolen fund to try to buy over the people during election cycle. Oh, that's the truth. That's the fact. You're right. You're right. You're right. But how are you
Okay, just
different? How are you different? Just a minute. How are you different from the okay? This time around, we are leading the charge to say no to this criminal enterprise. I love the obedience. Their government will be so interesting. What we are asking for is partnership with Nigerians to break this cycle, and the response has been tremendous. Okay, okay. The obedient movement march nationwide has been carried out with such shishi from the coffers of our great party. Eh? So where this shit gonna come from Nigeria? The same Nigeria that APC are saying they don't have enough money to contribute to their cover or they are different Nigeria. Huh. But again, obedience. Let me give you now one idea. Why you not the same merchandise at this point? Make I begin produce shirts and every other thing to begin make money, and I will not donate that money to you guys. as an idea, because that's how it is being done. Mokuna begin sell. Una no get Halloween period to sell merchandise for politicians, but you should figure it out. It's Christmas. It's an opportunity because people will buy. People, I know people are already doing on their own, they're making money for pocket, but the movement as an organization, if you guys are solid on ground, this is an avenue for you guys to make millions, if not billions of naira. Anyway, maybe not me to like money. When we appeal for public support for our campaign, it is not it is to enable the party to provide logistics, especially during this campaign period, which will be more intense. There is a lot of ground to cover. You guys are saying the same thing, or the same thing PDP and APC they need this money for logistics and every other reason. So after all you say Nigerians are with you guys. I don't need any logistic help to go to poll to vote. If you guys believe what you guys are saying, unless you guys are just, playing the role of a pastor here. By this, we mean we need to pay for the campaign venue accommodated in some cases, editorials in print and electronic media, arrangements for security at venues, fueling of vehicles, medical emergencies, and early miscellaneous expenses. All these, as far as I'm concerned, can be avoided. You don't need to go around rolling the street as if anything. There's a better way to reach out to these people. If you are with the movement and you know I'm on this movement, collect their contact in one accord and just message. I mean, that's how the Democrat and Republican do it. We are a party committed to enthroning a government that does things different for a better Nigeria. We don't see the plan to redesign the naira as a threat because we do not have illicit funds stashed away. Okay, it was gathered that both parties are now ruling out plans to hold fundraising events such as dinner, volunteer donation from party members and supporters to complement funds already received from the station. But that's so PDP they do and that year now. When they go gather themselves for one room for Abuja, they go begin to away 500 million. This one will stand up because they donate 100 million. That's how it used to be done. But these days they just go direct to the covers of our money and just pick in and nothing. So the redesigning of Naira is like it's bringing them back to that process whereby they will have to gather their friends and supporters to make donations. Anyway, I think I don't talk too much. So I guess the question is, where do I go? Where do I start from? Ajale Gogo. You always the first on board. So Ajale Gogo. All right. He's not in the house.
Go to somebody's else. I'm busy right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Who did there? Who's ready to go?
I'm here.
All right, good boys. Go, let's go there. Now, the question is going to be very straightforward and short. How much or are you ready to donate?
Am I ready to donate to?
Yes. To support your candidate. Because at this point, that's what they are doing. They are asking for money. They are strategizing how to raise funds from their members. If
Yeah.
they don't have money to cash away, as a labor party, now do not get money, will keep for warehouse.
Obviously, we don't know.
Good. So, are you ready to go hard?
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready. This is Nigeria. This is our country, and I think you should be ready too, and everybody should be ready.
All
I
right.
think everybody is ready.
Just pause a little bit. Let's me hear from Mr. Alexandra, who is ready to dash out emptying his account for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yeah, you are
No,
muted.
I'm not going to do that.
You don't go.
The man is one of the richest men in Nigeria. Why would I want to empty my $100 account for him?
They are actually complaining bitterly.
Say that again?
I said they are complaining bitterly. I mean APC.
Why are they complaining? They don't have enough money?
Well, I guess the money they stash away now that the game has changed overnight. The problem does start. They have to start for money now.
He'll find a way. he'll find a way to fund the party so long as he knows he can get his money back, which a lot of people have reservations about because they think he's going there to enrich himself. I take a totally different view. I think he wants to use his experience to turn the country around, but a lot of people think that he wants to use it to enrich himself. So the two schools of thought over there. So I don't know. He'll find it. He has the money. There's a way we can do it. There's a way they can do it rather than the APC. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. Going to Kwankwaso, I don't think like the common consensus here. I don't think Kwankwaso is willing to demolish his party to support anybody. But then if he's going to do that, which is highly unlikely, I think he will go more for Tinubu than he would Atiku. But this Northerners, like I said a long time ago, when it comes, and you always say it all the time because you know that space very well. The furthest I've got into Nigeria is Abuja. I've never gone past Abuja. So hello?
Yeah, so is that coming from your side? No, I think
No. I mean, it's not coming from that. That sounds like a bunch of Africans talking there. It's not from me.
Yeah.
So
I think yeah.
so I don't think they're going to have a financial problem, and I don't think Kwankwaso would fold up his party. But if there's an outside chance that it would be Tinubu. And if for any reason at all it does that, then it just confirms my prediction that Tinubu is going to win, and not just win by a landslide. This man knows how to. I always use the expression master. He doesn't know how to play politics in Nigeria, and all you need to do is go listen to what Femi Fani-Kayode brought up a clip of Momodu talking about Bola Tinubu being the most astute politician we have in Nigeria today. Yeah. And I totally and absolutely agree with every single word he said. Tinubu knows how to play this game very well. He's doing the right thing at the right time. He's picking early, picking at the right time.
To be a presidential candidate,
yeah, that's it. You just play that.
Yeah.
To be a presidential candidate, you must have been doing the work for 30 years. It's not an overnight thing. You must build bridges. People must know you. You must know them one-on-one. And this is what Asiwaju has done. I can tell you for free that if he gets the ticket of his party, and I've always maintained that, if he gets the ticket of APC, it will be difficult for anybody to stop him. It will be very difficult because he has been able to. So those who are building, attacking, I told them, go and build your own candidates. People should learn how to be democratic. The meaning of democracy is that everybody has a chance. They will say he's old, he's young, he's sick, he's this. It means nothing. There was nothing they didn't throw at Donald Trump in America. He became American president. So it's up to the people who don't want him to make sure that they find a better alternative, and that will be in PDP anyway. Because if he gets the ticket of APC, and don't forget that APC is currently in power, when he combines the humongous power of incumbency with his own personal charisma, is going to be unstoppable.
How prophetic! How prophetic! He said it to the T. That's exactly what's going to happen, in my opinion. You see, I think that, and I begin to repeat myself like a broken record. If one-on-one without OB dividing the Atiku space, I really don't think that Tinubu can beat Atiku. I really don't think so, because it will essentially be the voters from the north supporting the son, and the voters from south supporting someone from the southwest. South, and because Atiku is very, very popular in the south, and somewhat in the southeast, I think that would be a landslide. But Obi going away from Atiku just destroyed his political career just like that. For every single vote that goes to Obi, it's a decline of Atiku's space. So I can understand the love that Nigerians have for Obi, because we haven't in my lifetime, and I'm old enough to say I've seen most of the politicians since and after independence. This is a man that's totally different. Obi is totally different. He comes with a totally different disposition. I'm not saying he's not corrupt, because corruption is in our DNA. So I'm not saying that he's not corrupt, but I'm saying that based on his disposition, his natural disposition, his unassuming nature, his accessibility, empathy. We don't have those kind of people in Nigeria. We're just not those kind of people. We're not our brother's keeper. It was like that when I guess when my mother and father were growing up back in the day. It's not like that anymore. So this man is loved because people see that trait in him. Is that enough to win a political election in Nigeria, where the big wigs are in the northern part of Nigeria telling us what they want us to do and what they don't want us to do? I don't think so. I don't think it's enough to win the elections. But I can understand why he's so popular, and I can understand why people have so much love for him. I have a lot of respect for him. His disposition makes me, or want to make me, a better person. That's the gospel truth. You don't come across Nigerians with that kind of status, a billionaire that has the unassuming disposition of Obi. But he's not a pushover. He's not a pushover. He's an Igbo man. Can't be a pushover. No one born of an Igbo woman is a pushover. If you know the Igbo space, like I know the Igbo space, you'll know that. No, I think sometimes he plays his personality down so that when he gets into power, he'll catch some people totally unaware. But I can understand the love for the man, and I can understand why Benin came out in droves yesterday to support him. I can understand the love he's getting all over Nigeria. But as it stands today, and anything can change, but I highly doubt it. I think Tinubu will be the president of Nigeria. So that's my take on that.
Thank you, Mr. Zandra.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Can I push back a little bit?
Yeah. Go ahead. Because you, Desmond, you're always doing that. You're very good at doing that. So go ahead.
So I mean, at this point, you say his disposition. Yes. Yes, sir.
Oh.
You see.
Okay. Push back.
Is disposition and all, but when you look at it, let's be honest with ourselves. Can we have a Southeast politician that will not have to almost kind of like show that he's not a threat in Nigeria? It's almost like if you're an African American or black in corporate America, you have to kind of like downplay part of your character. You cannot be aggressive.
Like Obama did, right?
Yeah, like Obama did. Because if Obi comes out like all guns blazing, then they will use the Igbo card against him. So it's almost like he has to do that by default. So because
on another platform that when I'm bored I watch a lot, and a lot of people know me because of my contribution, but one man wouldn't want me to talk about that platform for obvious reasons on his platform. You can see that some people from the Southeast are trying to turn that into a Biafra thingy-bobs. And the people over there are pushing back, because if you're pushing this Biafra thing on Obi, and you're saying Obi is not talking about Nnamdi Kanu, he would lose the election. Because like you rightly said, we can't afford to see a person who probably would be the president of Nigeria pushing the Biafra agenda. So yes, I totally agree with you, Kulata. I totally agree with you. But what I'm saying, though, from my personal perspective, is that his disposition, his person, makes him relatable to the average Nigerian. You know, they're used to having, like one man would say, the Babangidas, the larger than life figures that we've had in Nigeria over the last 60 years. This man doesn't have that kind of trait. You see him as a very simple person. He wears simple clothes. He wears inexpensive things. That's his own. What's the word I'm looking for now?
But
That's the
he's
word
not the first.
that's his own brand. That's the way
He's
he's
not the
branded
first
himself.
politician to use that brand. MKO success.
Who else? I
MKO.
don't know anyone. Remind me.
I remember in 1993, MKO used that brand. MKO was the rich billionaire that was very relatable and very. I mean, you feel you could relate to him. He wasn't proud.
MKO was an exceptional Nigerian. One of the figures I would call the very epitome, the very essence of the Nigerian state. He was detribalized. He did a lot of things. He went out of his way. He was just a beloved person by his very nature. I don't think Obi is in that category, and I don't think, with due respect, that you can compare the brands per that simple nature disposition. Yeah, but I think I can understand you to a certain degree. What has Obi done outside Obi is not a Rochas. Rochas Okorocha is the person that has spent, as an Igbo person, spent millions of dollars sending children to universities in America. And I can prove,
Alexander,
and
can I
I can
interject? Sorry,
yeah,
sir.
let me finish
Okay, okay.
this. And I can prove that because I know people who went to schools in America sponsored by Okorocha Foundation. So it's not an Okorocha. Obi is not, but there's something really, really magnetic about it. It's almost like an Obama without the intellectual capacity of an Obama. Do you
Is
know
the
what I'm saying,
empathy.
Okulata?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the only leader that is solely relying on empathetic leadership style. Like he's accessible. That's kind of leadership. Like he can relate to what everybody is feeling.
Yes.
Because we have all
Yes.
these. I mean, Nigeria is
Larger
normally
than
big
life
man.
figures.
Large
Yes.
exactly. We have this
Yeah.
big. We worship people. I mean, I'm
Yes.
sorry to say, but we
Yes.
do worship our leaders, and it's the one that's
Yes.
showing that I understand how you feel. I want to
Yes.
be able to relate to you. So it's that empathy. But I think MKO had that empathy too, because I'm old enough to remember MKO being that person that you could find anywhere in the country and give people cash. You see him in line. He gives
Yeah,
people
but
money. He
because
smiles.
but before he became a politician, he was like that.
Yes.
Yes, it was like that. That's just who MKO was. He had organizations in the east and the north that he sponsored. I've said story before on this platform where I met a very big personality in America who came to America because MKO Abiola's sponsorship. I said, he was just that kind of person. This man is almost like that without that philanthropic thing about him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So,
Yes, I know.
but the point I'm trying to make, the wider point, if one man would allow me to use one of his favorite expressions, the wider point is that people can relate to him, and in my lifetime, and I've seen them come and go. We haven't had someone with that kind of disposition, so that's why people are trooping towards him. But that's not enough to win an election. That's what I'm saying, essentially.
It's not enough.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
I think our default mode is what wins election, godlike men, because everybody has this miracle mentality, so they worship people. So
yes,
and that's why you can skip debates and it doesn't matter.
yes, exactly, exactly. But who? So can I go, Ovie? Ovie, you don't the smoky boy again.
No. Say, can you go? I say, hey, of course, without the permission.
All
I
right.
think
Okay.
PlayStation wanted to ask a question.
Okay. Go ahead. Go
Playtown,
ahead.
sorry,
Go ahead.
Playtown.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to no, I wanted to respond to something Alexander raised here. So there's a publication by this northern journalist. You got what I'm saying? So, sometime around 2 weeks ago, where he said he
Farouk
went to
Farouki.
is it I can't remember the name on top of my head now, but
There's only
no, it's
one
not,
northern
no, it's not.
journalist, Farouk Farouki. Yeah.
Okay, probably he's the one. So he said he went to investigate about, Obi. There's this thing going around that Obi does this yearly. He has been doing it since 2014 when he left office. That every year he tours all schools, almost 50% of schools around Nigeria, both in the south and in the north. He donates a million naira to all of them for laptops and computers and whatever it is, and he does it. He doesn't like say it in public. And like he has built classroom blocks and he's building schools in the north. He has built schools in the north. So the guy said he actually went to investigate that, and he came out and found out that actually Obi has
No.
built schools in the north.
That's good.
Is
That's
someone
good.
saying something?
Yeah.
No, sorry. Let me. Sorry.
Okay. So this man has actually built schools in the north, and he's not seeing it. He since for the 2014 till now is 8 years, right? 8 to 9 years. Every single year, he goes to a minimum of 50 schools to 60 schools. I don't know their number, but across Nigeria, and donates millions to them. Like he said, he is his yearly corporate responsibility that he gave himself every year to focus on education, schools across Nigeria. He's been doing that
But is that
consistently.
verifiable though? That's the
Is
problem.
it not tax deductible?
This
Anyway, is it
interview,
not tax deductible?
Yeah, that one
is
too.
not what?
Yeah.
Is it not tax deductible? Corporate responsibility. Hello.
I'm here. I can hear you.
It's tax deductible now. Corporate responsibility.
It is, but it's still charity.
Can you hear me?
Of their interest to pop to.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, so apart from so that was verified by the journalist. He's an investigative journalist, and he said so Obi is a very low profile until Mbaka's accusation of stinginess came out, and people started bringing out receipts. This guy has been giving 100 millions to schools and what have you in private, and until the flood issue happened, nobody knew that he gave out $200,000 to Haiti after spending 2 weeks with his son there and helping to rescue victims as a way.
No, let me really cut into you. You can't. This is what I'm saying about this position. You can't help but like the guy. You can't help but appreciate the guy. But having said that, all those qualities are not enough to win someone in a presidential election in a mafia state like Nigeria.
Also, all those qualities are not unique or peculiar to Obi. The average Nigerian rich person is a philanthropist. Do you know how much Atiku has donated? Do you know that Kwankwaso, somebody came here to tell us that even in Malaysia, when he used to send students on scholarships, he will escort them personally to the schools. So that's the story of
one man on the Kwankwaso space. I agree with you. I think Kwankwaso and Obi has the same dispositions, and there's a difference between.
Do you know how many schools Atiku has built?
Including
a university.
Yeah. I understand. Atiku is also a philanthropist. You get what I'm saying? But I'm only addressing.
So that's what I'm saying.
Now.
That's the story of all of them. All of them.
No, one man. See the point I'm making with the disposition. Mr. Alexander is saying here. There's a difference between. This man called his son back from UK and they traveled to Haiti to spend 2 weeks there, and he offered his own personal help, assisting. Apart from donation, there's a difference between donating as a big man, hey, give them the money, let them do what they want. But he's there on himself. He spent 2 weeks.
He did that for political leverage. He did that for political leverage. When he goes to all these flood places, and then he starts in the middle of a flood with his Wellington boots, and then holds a spade and then poses for photos. Those are just political. It's a political stunt.
No. One man. If you know Obi has a
Forget
consistent,
Obi.
a
It's a
consistent record.
politician.
Even
It's a
before he
political
became
stunt.
governor in Anambra State, even as a corporate world leader, as someone in the corporate world, he was doing it. He's been very consistent. And there's something I want to say
but
about.
Elumelu does the same thing. Dangote does.
Yeah, of course. Elumelu is cool.
Yeah, it's not unique or peculiar to Obi. There's nothing that stands Obi apart in that space, is what I'm saying to you. And he taking a
okay.
No,
one man. When I came in, when I came in, I wanted to address something Alexander raised. Alexander said that he is likable, but it's not like a philanthropist. So I probably he didn't know that Obi is also a philanthropist. So I just wanted to
he's not a philanthropist to the level of his wealth. He's not a generous man to the level of his wealth. He's
not a generous man to the level. Well, I don't think any of us are in position to know.
I know
the level of his generosity compared to his wealth.
I know we don't know about this. Let me tell you.
Another thing that should be mentioned about Obi is that he have a borehole in his house, and people in the neighborhood come to fetch free water in his house too.
He have
borehole in his house, and people in the neighborhood come to fetch free water in his house.
But
so,
maybe build
this guy lives
borehole in the community rather than
no. There's a difference.
He have borehole in his house. People come to fetch free water. He give it up free water.
One man.
People in the neighborhood.
We know when Next Cash and Carry caught a fire in Abuja and everything. So all the employee, they were all paid until Next and Carry got back to feet. They were they were at home and he was paying them.
How do you know
and
that?
Nobody, I have someone that worked there. They pay all of them till Next Cash and Carry got back. All of them. Even
all right, my guy, I beg. Let me just run off
nobody will publish
Alexander,
that.
so I'll go back to what I'm doing. Sorry,
nobody will publish that.
All right, so Mr. Alexander, I wanted to tell you about that, and as well, agree with you on there's something you pointed out, and I've been pointing it out as someone that knows him personally. This guy likes downplaying himself. It's one of his marketing strategies. He has been using it. I think he used it in corporate world. He used it to enter politics. He loves to downplay himself. He wants you to feel that you are going to win.
That's situation.
So he likes that method of downplaying to be ahead of you.
Thomas.
So I think when you raised it, he hit me because it's something I know. So that's what.
Sorry,
nice to know that someone else noticed that as well.
Apologies, Ovie, but I think Babati had a graphic up to talk us through.
Internet.
What's that?
Where would they say? With the money, how they raise money?
Yes, Babati was just about to. He had a graphic up just now that he wanted to talk us through, but I'm not quite sure if he's still doing that, Babati. Babati. Oh, all right. I think he's changed his mind. Okay, sorry, Ovie, back to you.
I'm here, Ovie.
Yes. Why are you coming late?
Say we did midnight, yeah, but something just tickled me to sign in.
So you in trouble, you gonna find?
No be trouble, now small trouble.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. Yeah.
How much you want to do?
I know. Ajale Koko. My mom even have borehole in their house in Ibadan. They give people free water. That is total nonsense to me. That doesn't sound. Everybody give water in their community. But what I want to say is, Ovie.
What are you saying? What are you saying? Why can you say that is nonsense?
No.
Sorry. Because your family have the same in your house.
You should understand what I mean. That is normal. That's what I mean. I don't mean to say nonsense.
It's not normal. It's not everybody. It's not everybody. A lot of people have borehole to sell water and make money.
Yes, I understand. What I'm just saying is,
we'll buy
That's what
water in
I'm
Nigeria
Ajale
as a
Koko.
person. If you
Understanding
have a
me. I'm not
borehole,
trying to
Wait,
we'll buy
downplay
water.
it.
We'll go there. We'll buy the
Ẹ̀bùn
water.
sílẹ̀
So
lára
somebody that give
philanthropic
you borehole
venture
free of
tí
charge.
Let
Obi
me
ṣe nìyẹn.
finish it
Ẹ kò
now.
tú sílẹ̀. Kí ló dé? Ẹ fẹ́
let me
Let
pani.
me
comment on what Ajali Coco is trying to say. Sorry,
let
my
me.
God.
Oh, you guys have been talking since. You go.
Let me
You
talk,
don't even let me
let
make
me
two
just comment
statements.
briefly on what Ajali Coco is trying to say, my brother. I think what he's trying
No,
to
no,
say
no,
here, we
no.
know people are
Sorry,
opening boreholes. Okay, one more.
sorry. Play town. Let
Yeah,
Thomas just have the. You can't. You can't.
sure. He can.
If he holds an opinion about Obi, let him own it. You don't. We get this too often that anybody that says anything quickly, 10 voices come to counter. That is his opinion. Let him express it.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, giving people water is peculiar to every human being that is normal. So it's not peculiar to Obi. That's what I just want you to know. Forget about that one. Let me finish it now. You know, everybody know my opinion. Yeah, I will hold it very strongly. Then back to philanthropics. I think somebody people have not really celebrated and honored is Okorocha. There is no Igbo man living now that I give respect than Okorocha. I have witnessed how it takes people out from poverty and educate them to university level.
What are you talking
And
about?
they are.
All that money where you steal from
Let
Igbo
me
State.
talking now. What are you just listen? Just listen. You don't have the highland of every wisdom. Let people talk.
Carry on, Thomas.
Yeah. So this man, nobody has celebrated him. I don't care what he has stolen. Even before he became a governor, he has been doing this. I witnessed it in Oyo State. Free school, free bag, free lunch, free house, free everything. I witnessed it in Oyo State. And people can testify to this. There is no Igbo man living that I give respect to like Okorocha, because he knows the importance of education. He knows it. He's been doing it for years, for decades. So I give that man kudos. If Okorocha wants to become president today, I will be the first person to line behind him. I'm saying this if people don't know. So I just want you to go and research about Okorocha, what he has done in education sector in that Nigeria, in the north, in the west, in every looks and cranny of that country. So this, I think people don't really recognize that man. I give him kudos. I respect him for who he is and what he has done in education sector. I can't give Obi respect more than Okorocha. I give Okorocha more respect than Obi, than any Igbo man living, because I don't know what they are doing. They could be doing it underground, but this one, I know. I witness it. I know people that are wretched, that can't even send their kids to school. 2, 3, 4, 5. This man cater for them till university level. Send them abroad. So let's just give credence to who. I don't care how much he has stolen, but I know he's taking people out of poverty, educating people. That is what just brought me to this channel this morning. Thank you, my people. God bless.
Thomas is right though. Thomas is, because
How much he don't give you now? The way you dey praise am.
No, V, seriously, even for me in 06, I work with a partner, my group partners with his
Let me tell you, if Okorocha want to contest anything in this any election in Nigeria, as far as Igbos are concerned, Southeast, he will get 0 votes.
But why though?
That's true.
I don't get that though, because the guy is actually more Nigerian than Peter Obi.
Okorocha, this is a controversial statement, but Okorocha has been the best governor Imo State has ever seen. Take it to the bank.
mean, the guy speaks outside.
No, allow me emo people hear you, my brother.
But why you are now picking a view over him? I kind of, I don't get it, but I guess it is. But I have seen his charity work in 06. The guy is a giver, to be honest with you, especially when it comes to education and small scale business. Back in the days, man, every week I'm like, why is he getting all this? That was before he even ran for anything in government. Though. That was
Babati. Do you know what annoys me?
Yeah.
They said Obi go to Haiti. Nigeria is. I don't. Sometimes I just say, what is wrong? What is
Thomas?
As Obi, sometimes people just think maybe I hate this guy. What Okorocha has done in education, Obi has not done 1%.
Forgetting government
1%.
As a private.
My guy, you think so because
Thomas, you can't compare what Obi has done to his people individually as a person.
Foundation. That is why. So they
Obi touched life.
I'm talking every looks and cranny. I'm talking that is his people. Okorocha don't treat people as maybe you are Igbos. I'm saying in Yoruba land.
That's what I'm telling you, that if Okorocha want to contest today, Southeast will not give him 0 votes. You don't understand.
That is your own assertion. That is your own belief.
Integrity. Southeasterners do not respect him. See, if you want to know a man truly, go to his people and ask.
It's not about.
It's not the picture he's painting for you outside. Go to his people and ask about him, and then know the level of respect you give.
You guys want purity test? You want a pure holy person. Everybody has their own flaws, for God's sake. Guys, come on. The guy, I knew that guy before he even ran for governorship. As a private citizen, I knew what he was doing. In primary education and health, that guy did a lot for people. Forget politics, just as a person only, as a private citizen, he did a lot. So I don't get you guys now looking for some purity test because you want to. Come on, man. Come on. I don't get you guys sometimes, but let's not make it tribal today. Just something like just
the guy is just a looter, just a thief. So
can't shine his shoes.
You
can't shine that guy's shoes, to be honest with you. Your guy cannot shine that. He can't shine his shoes when it comes to charity and donation. No way. Forget government. Forget government.
Uka, who is not a looter amongst them? Who is not a looter?
I don't get this purity test that they're always looking for. The purest person that doesn't done anything before. Everybody steals, even your guys.
If you want me to tell you who is not a looter, in fact, I want to tell everybody here that Obi is 1 in a million in the Southeast as a leader. 1 in a million. You see all of them back. You see Omai. We will know all of them. We'll pack them in one place. So if your party wants to contest, we'll assess it before we support you.
It's not who you want, it's who can win. It's politics, for God's sake.
My guy, let me tell you, if we don't have Obi and Soludo in Southeasterners will vote for Yoruba and Hausa forever. Trust me, and I will support it. Any other person in that Southeast that is coming out, I'll be the first person to vote against him.
In that Okorocha is on the ticket. They will go for Atiku. They will go for Atiku.
Coming up, some better people coming up, but those establishments, they are all looters, very useless people.
It's unfortunate that you guys don't kind of like recognize some talent. Okorocha is a talent. It's so sad. It's a talent. Okorocha is someone that will be acceptable across the entire country. If you guys supported it.
See, Igbos don't worship those kind of things.
It's not worship. It's not worship. He has some skills.
For you is the point. Forget being
what did he do in Imo?
He did a lot in Imo. Nobody has done up to him in Imo. Name one governor that has done up to Okorocha in Imo. In terms of infrastructure. Nobody has done up to Okorocha.
His people do not see him at all. Go ask any Imo person.
Tell me an Imo governor that is better than Okorocha now. Tell me one person in Imo that governed Imo in the Fourth Republic that's better than Okorocha. Name the person.
Okorocha that almost
name the person. Don't tell me story about Okorocha. Just name a Imo state governor that's better than Okorocha. Do that.
Wait, I'm coming. Okorocha that
almost. Don't
see, I don't
name that person.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you this let me tell you because I know this. Do you know Ozodimma that people are insulting now? Is a far better governor than Okorocha. You can take that to the bank.
Are you kidding me?
See, people are insulting Ozodimma, but I know why I'm telling you this. Uzodinma has more integrity than Okorocha. I can tell you this because I know,
Forget integrity.
I know what was happening.
Donald Trump
See,
doesn't have
I
integrity, but
I know what was
deliver.
happening in the seat
Just
of
tell
power
me
of
a
Owerri
better Imo
under
State governor.
Okorocha's watch. I know what was happening in Owerri
name a
under his watch
better Imo
compared
State
to what is
governor
happening there
than
now.
Okorocha. Can you name one Imo State governor that was better than Okorocha? Yes,
Wait,
he looted.
Okorocha
We
that
agree.
turned Owerri to Sodom and Gorom. Then make I no talk, guy. If you go to Owerri under Okorocha,
I still not can get
that guy
anything tangible.
literally turned the government house to kill us. He wanted to convert the whole Owerri to his private property. He was using it to settle.
You know what's funny? So wait.
God. You need to go to Owerri and see the same
It's just like
to the
telling us
ordinary
to go
people
and
on the
support
street.
Hopus Odinma. Go and support Hopus Odinma. It's just like telling us to go and support Hopus Odinma. That is other kind of all these people that citizens don't feel anything impact about them. They just
Omar is even better.
they
At least he's doing white elephant projects. He's even better. At least some white elephant projects.
Do you know what's funny, guys? Give them 3 years, they will turn against Soludo. That they will just give them 3 years again. That guy will be evil very soon. Why do you guys always do that? Nobody.
So why didn't they turn against Obi, my guy? I mean, he didn't govern a state too.
I mean,
Igbos don't tolerate nonsense.
Wait now, wait.
For Igbos, you have to be consistent.
When Obi was in office,
if you
they
mess
turned
up,
against
Igbos
him now.
will turn
Obi went
against you,
had to go
even
and
if you're
beg
their brother.
Ojukwu. Obi had to go and beg Ojukwu to get the second term. Obi's rating when he was in office, if you read what was going on actively, people were saying, I don't see what this guy is doing, that Oka was a shit show. Many people went against. It's just because he was able to reinvent himself.
That is a lie.
That's not
even
true.
this
lie. Do you want me to bring links?
Even this
Okay, let me just
today,
start bringing links.
heavily.
If you guys want to push me there, I'll go there. If you want to go there, I'll go there. I'll just start bringing links from what was happening in that time period.
With Obi. He said that he's going
let's
to
not try and spin
Obi
history. Let's not try and spin history here. It was just because Obi was able to reinvent his image. That's why we have all this. It wasn't a better governor like that when he was in there. What did he do besides doing that hospital, the cancer, copy Tinubu plan of taking school back to private hands? Tinubu was the first person to do it under Atiku's tutelage of removing that first governor that was useless. 800 kilometers of roads. What else is there? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. What else is there? It's just because he reinvented
but Anambra felt him. Anambra felt him. Like they felt him.
Governor is not a small deal.
Obiano did it.
You need to compare it with
Obiano
other
did
governors.
1,000. Nobody's praising Obiano. Obiano did more than him. Nobody's praising him. You think we don't know about Anambra State? Isn't it just
Obiano did what? Sorry, my guy.
He did 1,000 kilometers of road. Obi did 800. Obiano did 1,000. Anambra, and we can go and verify it now. Obiano will be better when it comes to road construction. I'll bring the links.
Guys, let's stop this purity test.
This purity nonsense. Okorocha will be a good candidate.
The man has his flaws, but you can't question his heart for primary health and education. That one, I can even testify to that one. That one is open on TV. Everybody has video. It's not like the people are just saying here say. You see that done. So don't come with all this. It must be. Everybody has their own flaws. And it was more appealing to Nigerians back then than even Obi was now. I think people love him more. He's more Nigerian than Obi will ever be. Find a winner. It's one of the people that you love. Find a winner. People don't love Tinubu, but they will vote for him because he can win. That's the good thing.
Isn't it Okorocha that was APGA champion? Is it because he moved?
Man.
Do you think we have short memories?
I don't get you guys sometimes. I don't know why you always do that, but hey, that's your choice. So,
Kulata.
Sir.
If you look on your screen now, you will see the Peter Obi's campaign posters for his re-election. Whichever
year. I was backing up Ojukwu. I mean, do you think we forget all that?
You can see that's it right there. Another fair years. So using Obu, and there were countless images of him using Ojukwu.
His first term was total disappointment. Total disappointment. His first term. It's the second term that they tried to do something, and you think we can't remember.
But why they always do this? What I don't get, where you know where you're heading to is not going to work out for you, but you stick there for so-called principle, which is not going to work for you in the long term.
I'm telling Collateral that if Obi did not impact people of Anambra, Soludo will not use his name to campaign.
Look, if you successfully spin your image and it works as a politician, you ride on that coattails. That's not rocket science. You spin yourself, you sound successful, and someone else uses your coattail to get in. It's politics. I mean, do you
Yeah,
think all
because
these
because
people are
with
there's
all
he
this,
quoted
with all
some
this
numbers.
revelation,
He quoted some number
I am more hot that they are
there's a
complaining
lot of
more.
job opportunity, there's a lot of criminality reduced. As in, watch that debate. He quoted some number that will be
you
reduced.
you
Lot of
campaign in poetry and you govern in prose. When he's now in the office that's governing in prose, isn't he now giving you big chunks
He's
of the
part of the
reality?
citizen of Anambra. He
Can,
felt
can
it
I?
too. He was Anambra. He
Colata,
felt it too.
so please, one sec. Colata, please, I beg you. I know you are a reader, please, and you normally fast check people. Just go and fast check Okorocha, what he has done in education, even before he became a governor in any state. Just
Oh,
So
go
I'm
and
aware
check.
of Okorocha, Thomas. I'm
so
aware
you
of him.
know that it's on YouTube. You can see
Okorocha's
them
only sin
over the
is
place.
because he moved to APC. That's Okorocha's sin. He moved to APC and was
And
able
that
to
was
successfully win an
it's now
election under APC. That's his biggest
it's now
sin.
he's now Okoro Hausa because he's not joining
Now it's
APC.
now Okoro Hausa because he's
Come
in
on
the
now.
Hausa party.
Can I interject 1 minute?
All right, you interject. I gotta go. Then I will start taking round up.
Look,
All right.
I think we are not doing good at all to start praising Okorocha against Obi. Obi have done better in the management of resources of the state, better than Okorocha. Okorocha bankrupted that state as at the time he was leaving office. And that is why you see EFCC around his neck. EFCC molesting him everywhere today because he has case to
2.9
answer.
billion.
Yes, so
2.9 billion.
I've never seen EFCC running after Obi for mismanagement of the resources of
AFCC has
Okorocha.
questioned Obi 2 or 3
Yeah.
times for the
Yeah.
250 million, for the Pandora, and also for one of the designing cases. Go and check
Well,
it.
I know of the Pandora. I don't know of any other thing, but I've never seen him being
The 250
molested by
million, it was
EFCC.
petitioned. It was petitioned
I've
by
never seen
Anambra
him being
for that 250
detained.
million.
It
I've
was
never seen him being detained.
it was
I
interrogated by the IGP at the time when he looted the 250 million in cash. We read it here.
Well, I've never seen him being detained by the EFCC. I've never seen him being tried by EFCC. Okorocha was using the state fund to fund his foundation. That one is established. They have that. So that guy was looting
Okorocha
the
is a
resources of
looter,
the
a
state
confirmed looter.
to
Thief. What are you telling me?
to fund his foundation. That is a corruption at its best right there. And Obi Foundation has funded a lot of educational institutions, secondary school, and some other things around that country. It's just because that guy doesn't make noise. It doesn't make noise like other politicians that make noise. If he has been making noise, I've been showcasing this before this time, he will have, be in a very better position to be bragging around that, oh, I have helped this, I have helped that. But he doesn't do that. Look, we might not support him, we might not like his candidacy, but to put Okorocha, to place Okorocha against Obi, I mean, that's the highest unfairness I can see we're doing here. It's not fair.
Let me push back a little bit.
It's
I don't
not
think
fair.
anybody. Let me push back. You interject. Let me interject.
And you are saying that even when it comes to election, you will vote for Okorocha. Man that has been established that he was stealing the state fund to fund his foundation. I mean, what are you guys saying?
There's no need for righteous indignance here. There's no
it is not
single
righteous.
politician.
What are you talking
there's
about?
No single politician in that country
you might not
that
like
hasn't
him.
stolen something.
You might not like his candidacy,
not one of them.
But for
not
God's
one of
sake,
them. So let's take that as a lowest common factor. All of them are thieves. All, no exception. What we're talking about is in Imo State.
That is what you will say. If you are banking on that all of them are thieves, but to say,
but let's not start saying all this oli. There's no purity test there. No politician will pass a purity test. None of them. Everybody just has different style, different packaging, or packaging their records and their way they package differently. Obi has his own style. Okorocha has his own style. Okorocha may be more
So
boisterous.
what we're saying, you can't
but
compare Okorocha and Obi. There's no way you can compare two of them. That's an insult.
I can compare them from a national appeal. Okorocha will get a lot of votes, I mean, in the north, because Okorocha has done a lot in the north. Because they have different styles doesn't mean you now say this is the Pope, this is Cardinal Joseph, this is the devil, this. No, they all steal, none. There's only if you've not entered office that you've not stolen. So let's not stop all that nonsense. It's
And
just
also
in terms of appeal.
You must mingle with the other people. You can't say because somebody's trying to mingle and spread with their wings, they're not betraying your church. You can't say that. You have to expand beyond your base. You can't just say because the person is not joining the APC, all of a sudden he's betrayed his people. You can't. That's not fair to him now. That's not. Let's not do that. Even Tinubu was. They said, "Oh, he's not moving." Now he's almost becoming president because what he moved beyond the Yoruba stuff because he has to expand. If you want to win, you must move away beyond where you are based. You cannot just stay become a Southeast candidate only. You won't win anything. It limits you. It's my point. Don't make it look like if you are leaving that place just to expand your political career, that means you are betraying your people. You can have both together at the same time. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Obi is a terrible person, but let's not see the other champions as evil.
And call them devils.
No, let's not do that.
No, if you want to call all of them devil, that is fine. But to place one that, this one is better than the other, that is why I say it is wrong. And you people, hold on, but you guys have been talking. I just say I want to interject, and then you people started jumping in again. You to put them side by side in the management of resources. Who would you trust most between Okorocha and Obi? Okorocha bankrupt the state. What is the name of that PDP guy that became the governor? He said it after the time he came into the office. They looted even equipment in the offices, carpet in the offices, bathroom commode, everything, doors. They even looted the doors. They took some doors away. How dare, for God's sake, you can be so greedy to be looting, to be taking doors and carpet, expensive carpet. For God's sake. Obi never did that.
Are we comparing whether you looted doors or you looted cash? Looting is looting.
Obi did not bankrupt Anambra State.
It's all optics.
Obi did not bankrupt Anambra State. I mean, you guys are just showing that. You're antagonistic of this guy, just showing that you're just showing hatred in that regard. And I hate this.
If you stole a door and you stole money, or you stole money and a door and you stole money, isn't stealing? What are we talking about here?
I didn't get this because somebody stole carpet and somebody stole rug.
Because someone stole carpet and one stole cash, and this one is carpet for cash.
I don't get it. And then you are placing that one above the other.
Blackly, you know that.
You are placing Okorocha against Obi. I mean, on top of Obi, that he performed, he did better. He did a person that is acknowledged as the most corrupt person ever.
You are listening up to us with prejudice. Nobody is saying Obi's
that is what you guys are saying.
We're talking about no, that's not what we're saying.
That is what you guys are saying.
We said in Imo State. I said in Imo State, as bad as you can call Okorocha, no governor in Imo State has performed as good as Okorocha in Imo State. And I asked for one person to name one person that's done better than Okorocha. And I've not been able to hear a single one. Nobody is saying Anambra's performance versus Imo performance will be versus Okorocha. No, we're all talking about Okorocha being the national candidate.
Anyway, they've not been lucky that way.
Like Okorocha being the national candidate, it will have an appeal. You now took it to say Obi versus Okorocha. It was not a conversation about Obi versus Okorocha in terms of performance. And if we talk about stealing is stealing. Whether you steal one material plus cash or cash alone, it's still stealing.
Okay, but my thing is this to you guys. Let's stop shooting ourselves in the foot politically. Okay, politics is about give and take. It's not about purity. It's not a purity test. That's all I'm saying. Nobody. Tinubu stole money, but he's running for president. Buhari was not holy. He ran for president. That is the name of the game. Look beyond what they have done. Look at what they can do for you in the future. That's the way Nigerian politics is. That's the reality. But to be looking for Saint Obi or Saint Jesus Christ to run for office is a waste of time. You're not going to get anybody to run on behalf. It's all
But
I'm saying.
my guy, the problem is that Imo people are saying that Okorocha didn't do anything for them that affected their lives. That's the problem.
Let's
So it's not
hear
just him
from
looting.
Blackley since he's just coming in before we round up. Blackley. Okay. No, we'll do the normal, the usual 2 minutes.
All right. Ovia, before you launch into it, let me just acknowledge Jafar, who has joined Kulata and Ayo in the Buy the Coffee thing. So thank you to all three. So you get an opportunity in the latter session, the people with the intentions but not the speed of movement to do it. So yeah, so Kulata and the traditional two names are Jafar and Ayo. So thank you to all three. So back
I
to you.
I got your link, one man.
There you are. Go drop
Ovio, did you hear that? You have crypto.
Eh?
You have crypto link, Ovio. You see the crypto link. One man dropped the crypto link.
And there's too. There's actually support us via Cash App. Thank you, Des.
All right. So there it is. Like I you know where I'm trying to get to over here is to have at least maybe 15 people thereabout doing that. Maybe not on a daily basis, but at least up to 15 names. So within that bulk, there's a regular revolving. So but so far the regularity is from Ayo, Jafar certainly. So if there was a league table, Ayo and Jafar would be at the top of the table with Jafar being Arsenal and Ayo being Man City. And
What happened to your super chat?
No. Jafar is NFDP.
That's Arsenal now. Is at the top.
No, that's Kwankwaso.
Forget Kwankwaso. So yeah, no, but yeah, no. Thank you to all three. So back to your VA.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's do the regular, the usual tradition. 2 minutes for your candidate or 2 minutes for my candidate. Let's go with
Can I go first, please?
Okay.
Yes, thank you. No one is holy. They are all thieves. I will end with that. Okorocha is still my best Igbo man living today. Nobody can change my mind because I know what he did in my state, in Oyo State, taking people out of poverty, educating them to university level, even when he has not become a governor. I know that very good. So nobody can change my mind. Okorocha is the best Igbo man living that I know because he cherished education. Thank you, my people. See you at the other side. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. Who's volunteering again?
Okay, let me go next.
It's an interjection. Now everybody will struggle to interject.
Yeah, let me go next. I don't even know how Okorocha entered this topic. This is not even a topic we discuss. So
Thomas will be see other question.
So I think let me go with what we discussed, like Kwankwaso. So the aim and all with the obedient, what we want that Kwankwaso supposed to stick to the game. Let's see how it ends. So let him test his power. So let's let all of us know what comes out of it. You understand? Because we somehow we don't want that alliance with either PDP or APC. We just want that fair part of it. So that is one side. Then on the part of the one that happened in those states, that's just the beginning. So another big one that happened, people should watch out what's going to happen in Lagos, the day of campaigning, the day of rally in Lagos. Watch out what's going to happen there. So
Labour will get governorship candidate for Lagos.
they have, yes, they have there. So let's see how it goes. Then Okorocha is a non-entity, so I don't want to talk anything about him. Guys, see you guys later.
Okay. So I don't know why they beef. How did they beef people where we know who you know they the same tax bracket with? That's not fair. Hey, Babati.
Okay, so my closing remarks, I'm going to do this one time and I will not address it again, is to address Kulata. We need to have the courage of our convictions in this political cycle is very important. I mean, because you were in SDP, you moved to to OVS guy, and I asked you this morning, you told me point blank that you were undecided. I mean, the way you are going, you're going to end up supporting Kola Biela very soon. So I won't blame you, which is okay. It is what it is. That is you now. I'm disappointed, but I've come to that reality. So it's okay. I don't have any issues with you. I'm not happy with you, but that's the state. So I will let you be with your Kola Biela pick, and I will look forward to who we will pick next. Good night. Thomas, I'm coming to your country very soon. I'm coming to your country very soon. You're going to host me in Sydney, just to let you know.
Oh my God.
You don't, that man, I'm really not happy with him, but it is what it is. So let him do what he's doing right now. All right. Good night, everybody.
Hey, Babati, you there, America now? Come over to my other channel. Let's talk about Donald Trump and.
The after hours, Glasgow, I mean. Okay, now. No problem.
No, you come by get my own channel too. You
I didn't
understand?
know. Oh, send me the link now. I didn't know. I didn't know you have. You didn't.
I know. I'm not get your contacts.
Just put it in the private stuff. I'll reach out. I'll let you know.
Nah, all my politics now. I think you can easily find it. That's the name of the channel.
Oh, on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So,
if you know, you find out because no subscribers that much.
Yeah, so we can have the American and discuss real politics like this Nigerian voila. But to round up, to round up on a more serious note, guys, I am worried that there are still going to be major events that will change the landscape of things in Nigeria. So before February, we will still have some major things happen that I am seeing in other fronts. Let me disclose it now, but that really worries me. So until then, I will just hold, just be having this conversation. But something is not right to me. Something just looks is a little bit off in my spirit. Maybe I'm just being too spiritual, but until then, I will just pray for Nigeria and pray for everybody there. It's not going to be an easy task. But God bless everybody, and we'll see you later on. Bye.
Yeah, I'll put the link on the private chat. Yeah, Thomas. Babati.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Uptown.
Yeah, Ovio.
Yeah.
All right, so my 2 minutes here.
Yeah.
All right, quickly. Yeah, on the Kwankwaso space, like I said before, he's not gonna drop. And in fact, as an obedient, I pray that he doesn't drop, and I pray that he goes all the way, all the way to the ballots. Yeah. So and I wanted to chip in something real quick. There's something I said on this platform, and I think I said it when we were having our private interview over you, and I sounded like a weird guy. I said that in addition to Ohaneze of the southeast and Afenifere of the southwest, Pandef of the south, and the Middlebelt Forum of the north central. And I said that in addition to all those support Obi has, the Obi is also going to get the the support of the Arewa leadership. And it sounded like that's weird, like what the fuck. But if you listen to the Oba of Benin yesterday, if you listen to his full speech, that was when he was talking to Dati, because he was discussing about investigations he had made about Obi. That's when he raised the issue of the lands, that Obi was given lands and he rejected it. And he said, Obi, is that true? He told Obi that what he's asking him out of his own personal investigation, because they say that Oba stay in the palace, but them, they hear everything that's happening in the country. So that what he's asking him now is just for him to confirm before the royals too. But him already knows the answers to all the questions he's asking him because he has done his investigations. And then when he was talking to Dati, he told Dati that he owned Boys University and all of that. And then he told Dati that I heard, I know that Arewa leadership is also in support of your candidacy. Dati did not turn it, and Oba just laughed and then continued what he's saying. So I'm saying it again, I repeat it again on this platform, that the Arewa leadership is going to throw their weight behind Obi in a matter of weeks. Thank you guys, and see you in the next gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. No, I wanted to ask before you. Okay, so you maybe American. Babati, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I saw the link. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you want us to reunite like an hour from now or later at night after the second show?
Yeah, I give me about. Let me know before the second show. Like, just put it before the second show when you start here, because I'm on call to like about 7. So before the second show starts in the on the private stuff, when I join, let me know. So I'll let you know if I can join or not. Once you start the
All
second
right.
show for 1 month, so I'll let you know.
All right.
But I'm still trying to bring on my guy, my Adewale guy. I've reached out to some people to bring him on the platform. So I'm trying. I've not heard anything back, one man. So if I hear anything, I'll let you guys know to bring him on too. Because at least the guy can stay for 4 hours with us. He loves to talk about his stuff a lot. So we can at least have him for 3-4 hours and just have a long, lengthy discussion with him. So I'm trying. So I'll let you guys know.
All right. Throughout today, you've only said two things. One, the advice you gave Pulata, and now that you talk about the Adewale. That's the only thing you said.
No, because
Thank
case
you.
no,
Thank you.
because
Thank
case
you. Thank
was supposed to be with us now. No, he's supposed to be with us interviewing the guy, but now that he's gone away, I don't even know where to put him now when the guy comes here. What would you say? I don't know, but it's okay.
Baba, you,
Okay.
you really
Mara
play my.
Prestige. Mara Prestige, are you there? All right. Pulata.
Sir, Babati, you they blackmail me. this week I didn't even have time. I was so busy. I didn't have time to think about a lot of Niger stuff. But I just wondered how we even got to talking about Okorocha, like, and that got everybody passionate, especially me. I think it was when we were talking about charity that Obi did charity, and I think Thomas now came to give testament for Okorocha, and then people started pushing back. So I think that's how we got to that space. It was not the comparison of Okorocha versus Obi in terms of like governance in the state, but I still maintain, as bad as you can say Okorocha was as a governor, no Imo State governor compares with Okorocha. So, and I know he's done a lot from his personal life before he even governed in the north, and I didn't even know about the north southwest that Thomas is talking about. So I mean, almost all of those candidates have some charitable deeds that they're doing. But the only thing that I can question is by doing charity, if you know you have national ambitions, part of your roadmap when you're constructing your roadmap, maybe 15 years or 10 years before you want to go for office, part of it will be making sure you're donating money all over the place. So, so you can be referred to as a charitable person. So, I mean, with that in mind, it means you cannot tell whether that is your own personal attribute or is your own Machiavellian political strategy to have a soft side where you're a humanist and where you're giving money to many people. So, but you cannot take what Okorocha, you cannot take it away from him. If he's giving a lot of people money, he's done a lot of education. Because you don't like him, you can't take it away from him. Because you like Obi more than him, you can't take it away from him. And we shouldn't now start roping every single corrupt thing that he has done with his charitable deeds. Yes, there's no single Nigerian politician, not a single one. I'm sure 99.999% of them are corrupt in one way or the other. So they're all corrupt. So, but you don't take away whatever he's done. Now, whether he did it as his own personal charity or he did it as his own ambitions to be president someday, I don't know, but I don't care. At least it's a charitable person. Same thing, Obi is a charitable person. That's good enough for me. As far as Babati, my blackmail, you pushed me to the wall now. Because I was thinking like, I've not come out frontally for Atiku for like a week. I've not done that before. First time I joined this platform, I defended Tinubu's record. So I can say at least I've defended Tinubu before. The only person I've not defended is Atiku. But Atiku is so difficult to defend. But I think I need to give myself time to go and think of how Atiku can be a good president for Nigeria. I like Atiku's plan because it favors my own right of the center politics. So naturally, I align with his plan. But the man himself, the person, that's a problem. So maybe I would like to explore that space. I hope nobody batters my head before I get out of that 1 week. So I think I'm going to try and research Atiku more. It's so difficult for Atiku, though, man. It's so difficult.
Kulata.
Sir.
Kulata.
Yes, sir.
Please do not put Okorocha and Obi in the same sentence. Ever.
Why not? Why
Ever.
not?
Now,
why
because
not?
based on charitable
based on charitable charitable deeds. Why not? Someone muted someone. Where's Tom?
I think he left.
He left. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why you won't say Okorocha did not do charity because you don't like him. That's just weird and wrong. You don't like him.
Maybe he's. Well, I was curious to hear his argument. I'm sure he was for Obi in place of Okorocha. Yeah, but also you have to differentiate philanthropy with politics.
With politics, it's not mutually exclusive. This thing is not mutually exclusive. The fact that Obi did philanthropic deeds doesn't take away from Okorocha doing philanthropic deeds. It's just kind of weird to me. You hate Okorocha doesn't mean it can't be philanthropic. Whether it does it for the right intentions or not, I don't know, and I'll probably never know.
But in terms of politics, I would rate Okorocha over Obi anytime, any day. I know Ajanle Koko is listening to me. Don't crucify me yet. Just hear me out. First of all, how did Okorocha come into limelight in Nigerian politics? Let's talk politics first before philanthropy. And how did Obi get into politics? Obi did on the back of Ojukwu when he joined ABGA, anointed to be Anambra State Governor before he left ABGA to PDP and then to the Labour Party. So it was a smooth sail for him. I mean, Anambra was the heart of ABGA at that time, and arguably still is. For Okorocha, he came in as an ABGA candidate also. But before then, he contested presidency. Sorry?
Make it short.
Okay. Before then, he contested presidency against Muhammadu Buhari. He lost to Buhari. And then he went, after he lost to Buhari, he went back to contest as Imo State Governor. ABGA had no single councillor in Imo State. ABGA had no single chairman of any local government. They had no commissioner, no state house of assembly member. He went in, defeated an incumbent governor by the name of Ikedi or Hakim in Imo State. I mean, that's history right there. No governor has been able to do that. Having no structure, the same no structure they're accusing Obi of. Okorocha pulled it off. With zero structure, he defeated an incumbent in Imo State. So politically, I'll put Okorocha ahead. Why? Because Obi's sail into the governorship seat was smooth and it was arranged for him. For Okorocha, he fought it out. Starting from presidency, came back to as governor, fought it out and got in office. Now, in terms of philanthropy, of course, Okorocha is unmatched, not just with Obi. Any politician in Nigeria, Okorocha can compete with favorably in terms of philanthropy. Why? Because of his spread. Of course, in the north, Zaria, Kano, Jos, different parts of the north, he has an educational foundation. So this is somebody very passionate about education. In the south also, there's a lot of Okorocha foundation, and not just in the southeast. You find that in the southwest as well.
So in terms of philanthropy, you have to give it to Okorocha, like no doubt about it. In terms of corruption, that one you cannot exempt any Nigerian politician. So the argument shouldn't be who's more corrupt, because if you're going to use corruption as the yardstick, none of them will come out clean. That's my submission.
All right. Actually, I got it. When the Ajali could go.
Of you.
Yeah.
You don't try today.
I said,
You don't try, you don't work hard. You won't go relax. I mean, where they go now?
hey,
They don't prepare you small. On this
what
Obi
do
matter, which day we go stop this thing safe. Anyway, before we leave, look, I am not disputing the fact that Okorocha is a good philanthropy. Particularly in the area of education. He has sponsored a lot. He used his foundation to sponsor a lot of people. To give scholarship, sponsor a lot of people abroad and to have education in Nigeria. That is good. But where I have problem with him is when he was a governor and he started stealing the state fund to fund his philanthropic
Ajali could go. Well, anyway, thank you everyone for turning up at the comment section. Thank you, Mr. Alexandra, not the minister, and everyone else. Those who could not make it onto the screen today, Joel and the Afro Nation, that's Charles, Mona Noves. You guys are a little bit late, so we're handling the show already, and we get ready for a one-man show in about 2 hours, 30 minutes from now. Until then, on our politics. Stay free.
Ovie, let's give the final word to
Oh, okay.
to Alexander Gomez since he stand up. Alexander Gomez.
Yeah, Ovie, thank you for what you do, engaging people. Thank you for that trait of yours that I absolutely adore. The ability to relate to every Nigerian from wherever you come from. It makes your presentation a standout actually, because you know most places in Nigeria, and not a lot of Nigerians can say that. This is why I have a problem with that country called Nigeria. We just are an artificial state living together, just barely tolerating one another's excesses. I know Ghana very well. I know why they are what they are today, because of the unity of purpose they all have as a country, as a citizen of a country, as citizens of a country rather. Pardon my French. We don't have that, and that breaks my heart that's missing. And I believe that 95% of what we're going through today is because of that. But the main problem with us as a people is corruption. Everything takes second place. Corruption, the level of corruption in that country is just spellbinding. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable the way Nigerians, the way they spend, the way they steal, the ability to wear $1 million watch without hesitation. It's just amazing. We need to have a change in mindset. One man, my love to your kids. I can hear them screaming at the background. We need to have a sense of patriotism, and that's lacking. We need to respect each other as a people. Yoruba respect Igbo, Igbo respect Hausa, and all the major ethnic groups that people call minority groups, from Benin all the way to the northern part of Nigeria. I really like this platform. It stimulates me, it excites me, it keeps me company. Sometimes I stay on it, and I really, especially the daytime stream, because nighttime, I start work at 3 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes when you're streaming at night, well, man, I doze off. But I tend to watch the playback in the morning. But OVA, I get to watch at the background and work at the same time. You have a wonderful platform here, one man, OVA. You guys are doing a good job, and I'm proud to be a part of this platform. But essentially, moving forward, let's respect each other's opinion. Let's understand that's nothing personal. It's just a submission and assertion. No one is playing God over here. So that's my last bit to give. Okay. Thank you, OVA. Thank you, one man.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alexander.
God bless.
Thank you. Yes, that is the last word from Mr. Alexander. Professor Dr. O, I know you want to come in, but you are late. So that's the punishment for coming late. Look at the private chat. Follow my link. We'll talk midnight. One man will come on in about 1 hour, about 2 hours. So if you go, if you just chill, it's Saturday anyway. I know you are not going to work, Mr. Prophet Dr. O. So wait for in another 2 hours and you join the conversation again. So to everyone who's watching, yes, we're coming back again the next 2 hours and promise to be more engaging and firecracker as usual. Until then, stay free.
Hello, my country people. Let us join Papa Tinubu to rock this latest dance wey dey dance. Abemina corner, me will come dance with Oga Tinubu.
Ọ̀nà wo lẹ ó gbé gbà, báwo lẹ ó ti ṣe, ọ̀nà wo lẹ ó